Hallerbox German Restaurant. Zicke-zacke, zicke-zacke, oi, oi, oi. Hallerbox German Restaurant. Zicke-zacke, zicke-zacke, oi, oi.
When you go to Hollabox for a delicious dinner, do a shot ski. Everybody will chant ziggy-zaggy, oi, oi, oi.
And it makes you feel cool.
And it does make you feel good.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like this is an event.
It's one of the
not just a dinner.
It's one of the only group participation things that Tom actually will do. Actively will go for the shot ski.
Well, I like
because you're getting something out of it. It's not just a stupid high five.
I like when everyone cheers that you're getting drunk. I like that.
But hey, the alcohol is great. The beers are great. The snacks are great. The take-home dinners are great. But where do they shine the most?
I mean,
the food, man.
The food is unbelievable.
Well, no, maybe it's the entertainment.
That Eisbein, is that correct?
You said it correctly.
That
pork shank
is unbelievable. I saw BDM eating it the other day, and like, man,
on a bed of fluffy mashed potatoes. Are you adding? Yeah. Oh my God, man!
And if you're looking for a great birthday idea, renting the Knights table. That's a huge, like, king's table.
Yeah.
Sits like 20 plus people, and you can rent it out. And Chef Pat will make it a 3-course dinner. I mean, that's about as custom as it
with
gets.
You too. Like, if there's something special that you like to eat, or if you want to make it a very special night, they are the type of restaurant. They're family owned. They're the type of place where they want to make you happy, and kind of the sky's the limit. If you got the money, they'll make it happen.
Or if you want like tapas style, you can go to Uberkeller. That's their upstairs bar. They got tapas style German plates.
Delicious Bavarian beers on tap.
Beautiful weekend to check out their beer garden. It's that outside above on the roof of Hollabox.
Just get a liter and a pretzel and just sit there like a happy boy.
Go to their market. Go to the Outfitters if you want some lederhosen.
Spaghetti ice, take-home meals, Haribo gummy bears. They got it all, man. It's like going to Germany, smack dab in the middle of Sanford, Florida.
It's Hollabox German Restaurant in downtown Sanford.
What?
That damn whistles. God, that's the most old man thing.
Hi, everybody.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast.
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
It is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan.
I'm Tom. Brendan Bunting O'Connor's here.
Hey! Hide your husband. He's here. He's here.
How you doing?
Good to see you, man. I feel like it's been forever since we've seen you.
Yeah, too long. I guess I was too crass last time. It's been too long.
No.
We had a meeting last week after the show.
That's true.
We're cooking something up.
I do like that you were ready to instantly yes and into fabricated radio hijinks. Yeah. You got the goods. Yeah.
Thanks for noticing my goods.
All of this Dungeons and Dragons role-playing talk, you were ready to go like, all right, let's fuck some shit up.
Yeah.
I like that, man.
Thank you. Bring it.
Always good to see people we haven't seen in a minute. Glad you're here, my friend.
Well, I try to stay top of mind.
We see Scotty a lot more.
Yes, I
boy,
well, he's
is
paying.
he fucking grumpy. Oh,
no, he's not.
I love him.
I love Scotty.
But
he's not
he's so grumpy.
Yeah,
oh my
he's
God.
very educational.
Yeah, he's so grumpy.
He's not grumpy at all.
He's so grumpy.
Yes,
he's the nicest.
Yeah,
default grumpy.
I give him hugs though because I love him so much.
No,
he's a good man.
Hold on, I will say that
he's got a
you're
boner
grumpy
for you,
too.
Tom.
You're very grumpy too.
Yeah, well, me and Scotty have a lot in common.
I know you do.
we look at each other. We're like, yeah, we know what's going on.
Asperger's.
All these
It's what you have in common.
No.
It's true.
Well, we're looking at our partners. We're like, they're crazy.
Me and Crystal are just like, me and Crystal both know that you all will never get it diagnosed, but we know you're on the
It's
spectrum.
very hard, and it's also hard for you and Crystal to be so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't shower yet today, but thank
Hey,
you.
that's all right. You came to the right show.
Oh, hey.
You came to the Stinky Ball Show.
Stinky Ball Show.
Real quick, our BDM Appreciation Week is coming up. We sent out an email to all BDMs this morning, letting everybody know when the $5 T-shirts go for sale for BDMs
wow.
only.
Yeah, $5 T-shirts.
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
And
Old designs.
We have a lady design that is I believe it is now it took Tom.
Lady design.
We always fuck
Men
up
and women
we
shirt.
fuck up the ladies' designs all the time,
Why?
right? Because we're
You put boobs on them?
no, we just
It's the garment. The design's the same.
it's the drape. It's the drape.
Oh, like
we fuck up the drape. Yeah,
cut of the jib.
We fuck the cut up. So
No.
Tom, Eric, and Mark Villan worked very hard on sourcing. We found it, right? We got the right one.
The original one we did 2 years ago
Yes.
that everybody liked. But that will be all in the information that we sent all BDMs.
Yeah.
Excellent.
If you're not a BDM, it's still time to get involved because we're not sending these shirts out until after the pre-order.
Correct.
So you could sign up at tomanddan.com.
/registration goes right to the love meter, and for as low as $1.95, you can join up.
And then just email us. The pre-sale is going to go on for a full week, and like I said, all the information got sent out to all BDMs. If you want to sign up this weekend and email us like, "Hey, I want to be in," just, no problem. Then we got a BDM appreciation party going on for BDMs only at the end of BDM Appreciation Week, April 19th.
Put your keys in a bowl.
All that information.
Or your handgun.
We've got a whip show going on.
We have a whip show.
A whip
he has
show?
to talk
Yeah,
to
yeah.
the whip lady after the show today.
Whip lady?
He has to call the whip lady.
April Jennifer Troy.
Oh, I love her.
There's that hot guy that does like the LARPing
Well,
events.
we got
and
a
runs
hot,
on
we got a
stairs.
hot girl. We got
Siobhan Whip.
like a sexy Asian scientist with a whip.
Ooh. What
Yeah.
makes her a scientist?
Well, she's an actual scientist. Like she works at NASA. Like she actually,
Oh, like a rocket
yeah,
scientist?
I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. Like, her day
But
job.
she moonlights
her
as a
day
whipper?
job is a scientist. Like she told me that she has to call Tom this afternoon because she has a scientist convention to go to. That's not
A
bullshit.
scientist convention?
Yes.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit.
That's bullshit.
It's not.
I'm
That's
gonna
like
have
what
her-
Scotty tells me, and then he goes and makes out with a stranger.
He's allowed to do that? God, I wish I was gay.
I told you I love Scotty.
He's got like,
Yeah.
I gotta go to a scientist convention, and I'm like, that's 2 this week.
Even the grumpy gays make out with other people.
The grumpy straight's no fun at all.
Grumpy straights
Seriously,
are
no
the
fun.
worst. Oh, you're a grumpy straight.
Yeah, I
You
know.
suck.
God damn it.
You're fucking terrible.
I mean, it is objective that gays have more fun, right? At this point.
Well, it depends on the gay, but yeah.
It does depend on the
Well,
gay because
I'm
I've
saying-
seen some really nasty, mad at the world gays.
yeah, but I'm saying in average, the more
Yeah.
I would bet per capita gays
Yes.
would probably have it more
Yeah,
fun.
God
agree.
damn it.
I agree.
No kids.
No kids.
No, I think even with kids, you guys are having more fun.
No, that's true.
Not that
Even
way.
the gays, we have a very, we have a gay couple that has kids in that your wife sold a house to, and they have more fun than
Oh,
anybody.
yeah, they have more
They're
fun.
always on a virgin boat, like partying.
Oh, yeah.
Not with their kid, because there's better parents than you are. So, well, some of you.
Yeah.
I love seeing pictures of gay parents who are like in Puerto Vallarta. They leave the kid with the grandparents or
Yeah.
something. They all go off. They just suck dick for 2 weeks.
Oh, is that what they do? That's what my dad said. They
If
did.
you're in Puerto Vallarta, you're there for a reason. And it's not.
My dad told me that one time.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, "Do you know what gays do on vacation?" And I was like, "What, Dad?" And he goes, "Same thing that girls do. Suck dick." He didn't say that.
Girls don't do that. The girls I know.
Well, we're off to a great start today. I feel like this is good.
Oh, you're wrong. Well, there's a recipe for being a good guest. Talk about dick. Say something like faggot a couple times.
No, don't say my
And
God.
call
Don't
it
say
a day.
that.
Call it a day. I can say
Brendan
it.
knows. They like that.
I can say it.
Anyway, sign up to become a BDM at tomanddan.com.
Don't do that.
You're gonna get
so-
soda in your nose.
I mean, no, do sign up. Just don't make jokes while I'm drinking a cold Topo Chico.
Sounds like a you problem.
So, Brendan, I don't know if you know this, but Daniel's falling apart.
I
am.
I do.
yeah.
I concerned.
So, but this, and now his butthole is falling apart.
my butt. Okay.
Are you prolapsing?
No, I am not prolapsing. But everybody go.
That's
out.
what happens when you go to Puerto Vallarta.
Everybody should
come
go.
back looking like an apple fritter.
Oh my God!
I don't know exactly what that means.
I do. Just go search for the tweet that Howie Mandel put out. And then he said...
Howie Mandel
put out a tweet of a prolapsed asshole this week, and then he said... Is this COVID related? Asking for a friend. it actually made me laugh. It did make me laugh. People were like, that's not funny. I was like, I don't know. I think it's pretty fucking funny. I laughed at it. I laughed at it hard. Okay, so let me tell you what's happening. Okay, so it used to be that you got a colonoscopy at 50.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I am 48. They changed the last year.
Earlier?
I think, they moved it to 45. So I go to do my normal, your normal wellness check with your doctor, once a year. Insurance covers it, So I'm going there.
Well, that's what they moved, just insurance covering.
Right.
So then they could say, get it at 45.
Yeah, we need that money. We need that money. So so I go there, and then she's like, "Yo, you're late. You got to get your colonoscopy." And I'm like, "Okay." So you guys heard the tale that I told you. Maybe you didn't hear it, but I had called the scheduling people had called me to schedule my colonoscopy. They're supposed to ask you a series of questions. They went to ask me a series of 50 questions.
Yeah.
Question 1 is, are you experiencing diarrhea? And I said yes. And the lady hung up on me because apparently I flagged it. So anyway, because I have IBS and because I'm more of a problem tummy or problem anus, they're making me go see a gastroenterologist before I go for my colonoscopy.
Oh, God.
They don't want to knock on the door and
I guess. I mean, like the firefighters that were in here this week for a corporate time, I talked to them. They've had it done. They could just walk right in and get it done.
Yeah.
So apparently
they're like me. They don't
lie.
tell them anything.
Yeah, they don't. But
They're like, you have any problems?
all the time?
I'm nervous all the time. Like I'm literally like a little. I am like a little
pee-pee dog. The
I'm
diarrhea is
like
everywhere.
I'm like a little Yorkie.
It has to. You're prone for. Are the other friend too? The butt bumps. What are they called?
What are butt bumps?
Hives?
Hemorrhoids?
Hemorrhoids. Don't you?
I've never heard butt bumps. That's the nicest way to say hemorrhoids I've ever heard.
You mean the red bumps on his ass? He's got
It's fiber. You have a fiber problem.
No.
I
It's
take
his
5.
brain.
I take 5 Metamucil fibers in the morning, 5 at lunch, and 5 at dinner. Man, that stuff comes out like fucking granola.
Well, maybe that's why you're pooping weird.
So
It's his brain, Brendan. It's always the brain. Seth's the brain. This is the brain. Howie's the brain.
It is my brain. Part of it is my
Okay.
brain. Yeah, the nervous, the neuroses, the anxiety. Yeah, I'm sure that there is an issue where maybe I lend to like making my IBS a little bit
Okay.
because of my nervousness. My mom had it. Right? It's in the DNA. Right,
Okay.
it was passed to me.
That's your fight or flight response.
So I go to this gastroenterologist, and the lady, like when she meets me, she's like, "Okay, well, you're going to get your colonoscopy. We'll schedule you that today. No problem." I'm like, "Great." She's like, "I'm also going to schedule this other thing for you to do. You're going to have to go. It's very easy, and it's just you're going to have to defecate in a hat that you set on the toilet." And I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
"What do you mean, like a hat?"
Yeah.
I said it just like that too.
It's like a
I was
saran wrap pouch.
Well, so she said I'm going to poop in a hat on the toilet, and then I'm like, okay, and then so I shut her down. I said, so is it like that box cartoon on the TV where the little cartoon box says, "Hey, poop in me and send me away"?
Oh yeah.
And she's like, it's exactly that. I'm like, okay, say no more. I got this.
Why'd you say a hat?
We'll get to that.
Okay, all right.
So I'm like, all right, well, it's fine. It's okay, we're fine. I got it. I've seen the cartoon box. I
Can
know
I
exactly.
just say, somebody asked me what we talk about on the show, and I was like, 90% of the time it's poop.
Yeah, with 10% bonus.
Why would you
10%
tell
bonus.
that?
Hey, you're
Yeah.
open with poop.
10% bonus. Yeah. 12.
Tell me we talk about news, some light current events.
I mean, I can recap the speech if you want, but I think you guys are getting that everywhere. So this is what I go to.
Oh, that's it.
She's like, you go to Quest. And we're going to do some blood work because I want to see what's going on with your stomach. It's been a long time since you've had like anything done there. And then she also added on, while you're out, I'm going to add an endoscopy. So you're going to get both. You're going to get a camera up your butt, and then you're going to get a camera, and then apparently both cameras meet in the middle, and when they
touch tips?
kiss, they make a baby camera. I don't know. No, but they are doing both. So she's like, it doesn't cost any
Down
extra.
your throat?
So she's like, you're going to get the
I can't.
endoscopy. And I'm like, okay.
I don't
So I'm
want
just
it.
kind of going along with it because Andrea wants me healthy. I got to be healthy. I'm 48.
You've got that done a bunch of times, though.
No, endoscopy, I had it like once 12 years ago.
Oh, you're good then.
Did they tell you
I
not
mean,
to
I think
smoke?
that too, but
Did they tell you not to smoke
Yeah.
for a while?
Oh,
Or
no,
like,
I'm not.
no?
I don't smoke, so I mean,
well, vape.
I don't count that as smoking.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. That's it. That's it.
Smoking weed is not smoking.
Yeah. I know, that's what it's water vapor, sir. Come on.
And a
that
couple
thing where you-
cigarettes every once in a while, that's not smoking.
Yeah, that's
I
not
have that
French.
like indigestion where like your throat is so relaxed from all the pot you do that like you start getting like
The dicks just slide right
Dicks
down.
just- yeah.
yeah, just like hot
you
dogs.
get a gag reflex.
Hold on, indigestion, pot indigestion?
I don't get that.
It's like your throat is so relaxed you get like reflux.
No, I don't have.
No,
That's
no,
what I
no.
have.
That's on the internet.
I think you made that up. You made that up. You were jealous of my food story.
That's a meme.
I was. And
Okay,
I was
so-
like, what about me?
So she tells me, she's like, you're going to go by Quest, you'll do the blood work, and while you're there, the lady will know, and then she's going to hand you all the equipment for
Oh
it.
my
She's like,
gosh.
super easy.
At Quest?
Yeah, Quest. So I'm
Okay.
like, no, you don't do it at Quest.
Oh.
So she's like, you're going to go there.
Oh,
the
the kit.
lady will give you your box. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I make my appointment. It's right up here by First Watch. I drive up there to get my...
at Mills Park.
Yeah, at Mills Park. I go up there to get my stuff done. The lady does the blood part, and it's this like little tiny Asian lady, like little. I've had all my doctors are Asian now, which I'm okay with.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay with it. I like it, and plus, if we're gonna go to war with China, I already have tons of friends,
And they already have your data.
multiple allies.
Well,
I do. I mean, like they like me because I chirp, they chirp. It's a chirping culture. I feel like I fit in there,
yeah, but the problem is, as
and I'm
Americans,
very respectful. I'm very respectful.
we think all the Asians are the same, and they're
They're
different.
not. I know. I got to learn that.
They all have the.
I'm trying to learn
They
that.
all dislike each other for some reason.
And their least
some Asians
favorite,
don't
their
like
least
the other
favorite
one.
Asians are the Caucasians.
Yeah.
Their least favorite.
So
Like
then, this is what she gives me, and I'm going to do it as her, and don't get mad. And you can get mad.
I love your little cowboy hat.
Yeah, you can get mad if you want to, but I'm not. I'm just doing it as she did it. This is a performance, okay?
Yeah, let's
I'm
see
doing
it.
nothing more than a performance.
It's just like getting on and off a plane.
So she says, "Have you ever done this before?" And I'm like, a little old Asian lady, and I'm like, "No, ma'am, I have not."
She talked like Speedy Gonzalez.
Yeah, she goes, "Have you ever done this before?" Like she had
Weird.
like a rough like voice. She's like, "Have you ever done this before?" And I'm like, "No." Like I was a little Yoda, and I'm like, she goes, "Easy."
Sleep in the wet spot, I won't.
She goes, and then she hands me this. She goes, "This is what you are going to go in."
Oh, it's a flying
It's a
hat.
It's literally it's a fucking
Turn it the other-
Stetson.
turn
It's
it
a
the other way.
Stetson journeyman.
Well,
It's a
it
nun.
looks like a plastic cowboy hat cut in half.
Yeah.
But not cut in half
What's
where
the
the
little-
head hole is. It's just the back rim
Yeah.
is cut off.
What's the little dribble part for?
Okay. She goes, when you go in, if it's solid, you leave it in there. And then if it's solid, hold on, I got to get all my stuff here.
Let's learn.
She goes, hold on, I got to get my stuff. Okay, these. Okay.
If it's
This is the first
solid.
one. She goes, if it's solid, these two right here, they have a liquid in them. You put the poo-poo in the top. And do not fill it past the line. If you fill it past the line, it will be rejected.
If it's too much?
Yeah, and then this is the little tongue depressor that you scrape your shit
Oh my
in there.
God.
And then she said, if it's runny, there's a little spout.
Okay.
And then she did the little, and then she did it like that. She goes, she said a little spout, and then she's like, tee, tee, like showing me how to turn. Then she goes, and this is the funny part. I started laughing at this part. Then she goes, there's 4 more vials, and these vials, I don't know if you can see that. These vials look like they have little cocaine spoons on the end of the top
Yeah.
of the vial. You can see
Yeah.
this at twitch.tv/TomAndDanLive or YouTube /@TomAndDanLive. And then she goes, and this is how she did it, and it was troublesome. Like
you have to use it to scoop the poop in.
She had it like this, and then this is what she did.
What?
This is what she did. She goes,
Or you spear it like a shish kebab.
she goes, you're gonna need. She's getting it already. She's like, you're gonna
It's
need
like a
one of
little
these.
ice pop.
You're gonna need one of these. You're gonna need one of these. You're gonna need one of these. And she sets them all out there, and then she goes, so you'll take these and you'll use it. It's got a little tool. spoon. He's got a little spoon. And she was taking it up like that. She's like, he's got a little spoon. And like taking it high. And then I did this whole for Andrea and Maisie too. And they were just howling laughing. And I'm like, and then she goes, you take the little spoon, he put it in. She goes, these, you do it 4 times. These you put in your freezer, you freeze.
You put the doo-doo in your freezer?
I have to freeze 4 vials of my fucking doo-doo. These 4 vials get frozen with the little spoon. They got the little spoon. Don't forget to use the little spoon. So I freeze 4 vials of my shit in the freezer. Then the other 2 vials I sit on the top of the freezer and let them just, I guess, get hot and sticky while I make another appointment. And then I shove all of this shit into the bag and bring it down there and hand it to some fat black lady who's going to, thank you, baby.
That's how you
I'm
make
done with
kombucha.
all of this. Fuck this shit. I'm done with all
This
of
is
it.
your fault, by the way.
It's not my fault, just because I told the truth. Oh, when you go to the doctor, you're supposed to lie. Yeah, that's the way we're living now. Hey, don't forget, when you go to the doctor, tell him everything's fine, and you'll get the cancer.
Nobody tells us that as you grow up, you have to make poopsicles for your doctor.
This is bullshit.
Nobody tells you that. You know, get a flying nun hat.
This is bullshit.
Are you going to put it in a? You have to put it in a bag that you can't see through it, because otherwise, Maisie's going to try to get in for a popsicle. She's going to see this bag of frozen shit.
What are they testing for?
I have no idea.
All the things.
I literally.
It's because you.
You can see if there's cancer in your poop. They can find it like that.
Yeah, but he's doing a colonoscopy.
So I mean, like, why do I got to do
But
this
that's
too?
for growths.
I mean, some would say, and I'm not saying this. Some would say.
You can find
that since they are doing my colonoscopy, that maybe they wanted to do this for money. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, I say that. Well, you told them I got diarrhea every day, and then that checked the box.
No, I didn't say every day. I said it comes and goes. Like I've told them the truth.
Abnormal diarrhea checks a box, and they're like, all right, now we can do all these tests, and we'll hit them for that. And then these specialists and stuff.
And in the back, they're laughing. They're like, give him the cowboy hat. Give him the cowboy hat. See what he does.
Then, like the fact that, and it's like I'm going to do it.
You do it over the sink?
I'm going to make the appointment for Monday. I think the hardest part's going to be shitting in that hat because I got big long boys, man.
Well,
you do?
Oh yeah, I got long shit.
You should have told the lady that
you coil. You'll make a pot.
You have years of experience with picking up your doo doo and playing with it.
No, you can't. It's got to be in the hat. You can't let it touch the water because there's bacteria in the water
and cleaners and stuff.
Well, all I'm saying is that this is not abnormal to you that much more.
You've done it.
You know, it would be to me because I've never picked up my log of doo-doo and inspected it.
Ever?
No.
Can I tell you a story?
Have you ever picked up your... Okay, hold on. And no one else is on camera except for those that need to be. Raise your hand if you've ever picked up your own poop.
What the hell are you doing?
All right.
Hold on, tell me about our guest.
So we are now at a 50-50 American Accord, sir. That is split down the middle, just like sit stand.
I had to because we were on the septic tank, and I was notorious. I don't want to. Why am I talking?
What do you mean you were notorious? What?
Nobody's
Notorious
making me talk about this. Why am I telling you this?
Because you feel comfortable. You feel comfortable.
I know you fooled me into.
Because I overshare like crazy.
I used to plug the toilet when I was in my teens.
You're a big guy.
I am. I used to eat a lot of cheese. Like I probably made myself lactose intolerant. But there was a time where I would know if the poo was too big to go down, and I used to have to take it out of the toilet and I'd throw it in the river. Behind our
You
house.
just earned a lot of points of Tom. That makes you tougher.
I knew it would put in the toilet.
You know what makes you tough? If you know your shit's so big that you have to throw it in the river, you're a fucking tough Canadian real man.
How close did you live to the river?
It was like I'm fogging up my glasses. We lived on the river. We used to have Tarzan ropes and stuff, and we just go down to Lake Superior. And I would do it because I was so embarrassed and ashamed that I was plugging the toilet.
Yeah, do you know?
Well, I'm ashamed of my doo-doo too. That's what. I think you're a Canadian real man.
It was like aborting a baby in the river.
You should write oh my God! You should write.
It was really sad.
You should write a baseball coming of age story about a kid who's scared of his big doo-doos, so he has to pick them up and throw them into the river. But by throwing them, he learns learns to play baseball
In a
and he
jar.
gets a hell of an arm, right?
You picked up with a jar?
A jar, a mason jar.
What you had?
Or a yogurt container. My parents were notorious for reusing containers. We had like a whole cupboard, just like old yogurt containers.
Did you hide it
Old
from...
spaghetti jars.
So you would just take the spaghetti jar and like gently ladle
And
it
I'd-
in and let the turd just fly in?
Yeah, and then I'd run outside and throw it in the river.
I like that. That's one of the things on our show. Well, the original, remember, it was throw all of our equipment in the river.
I'm so embarrassed.
You fit in here, man. No, you fit in here. You're one of us.
If you're, like,
I was in my teens and I didn't know anything, and I hated my body, and I was just. I didn't understand.
having a moment. Yeah.
I was. I didn't understand what was
I
happening.
do like taking a big Canadian room and shit and hating. You're like, God, I'm ashamed of
You're like, why can't I be delicate? Why am I so fucking
I'm like
big?
just this giant man that just has giant turds. And it didn't line up with my narrative of myself
Yeah,
as
I
a
get
delicate
that one
northern flower.
That totally makes sense, man.
You know what I mean?
Did you have
Everybody
to,
wants that little. You want one of these, right? One little.
Did you have to make
Yeah.
sure
Yeah,
your
a little
dad didn't see you running out with a
I had to
jar?
time it, so nobody was home. I would wait. I'd get cramps because I didn't want to poop at anyone
Oh,
else.
Brendan, this is
and we had a
terrible.
tiny little bathroom that was right next to the kitchen with like thin wind, like walls. Anyone could hear you take a dump at my parents' house, and they would listen. They turned the
would
CBC
listen.
radio up. They turned the radio up so they didn't have to hear you fart. You know, like
You know, ongoing CB radio in your house. Just
it's CBC radio. CBC radio. It's like NPR, but it's our national
Canadian
radio station.
broadcasting.
Oh, okay.
And everybody listens to it. My dad used to call in and make us do bird calls. Like, yeah.
Like you're on the radio.
On the radio.
Stop throwing your turds and get in here. We're doing bird calls. Dude, you fit in here so well.
Oh, I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm glad. Thank you
Anybody
for
that
telling me
throws their turds is a friend of
That's
mine.
so gross.
So-
if any of you listeners
Dude,
call me out in public for that, I will kill
I
you.
do all kinds of gross stuff, and you know what I have found over the years is that most of the time, once a year, I'll get an email, and I know there's tons of them out there, but I'll get an email from somebody that says, "You're just being honest. We all do it." You know, I get those. I get those all the time.
I like to imagine one of your neighbors down the river. so in rivers,
Oh, they had corn last week.
every once in a while, there's portions of a river that create like a whirlpool
Yeah.
that just like catches floating logs
Yeah.
and things.
Yeah, and then they
all
just
type of
swirl
logs.
beautifully.
And then
There's a beaver house just down the way too. I'm
really?
sure I flooded them out.
Oh my god!
I think it's called like is it an eddy or something? I forgot what
Yeah,
the
I
think you're right.
And it just
Right, it's like it hits a little a blockage, then
and it
comes back around.
can't go any further. It just basically gets stuck in this little thing.
Like a big old shit whirlpool in the middle of
Have you
Dooley
ever
River.
shit in
Yeah,
the river?
In the river? No. Although
'Cause I
we
bet
had a
that would
friend
feel
that did that
great.
once, and then he was so embarrassed he biked home with shit in his swimsuit. He was so embarrassed.
Dude, the river goes hard.
I know.
Yeah.
That
I
poor
like it.
river.
Most people I know have shit inside a
In a
body of
water.
water.
Yeah,
Either the ocean
I've shit in the ocean.
or the
You shit
river.
in the ocean?
Yeah,
East
because
River.
if you were surfing and you didn't want to go back in,
Do you wish you had a little hippo tail to like propeller it and spread it around?
I wish. You're not that talented.
You just credit card swipe it.
Yeah, you really do. You just put your fingers through there a couple times, and then you're like, and everybody thinks this. I think too. At least I know I do. Is I do the credit card, and I'm like, that's efficient, and I feel clean. Like you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Because the paper ain't cutting it.
One of our listeners told the story I'll never forget about he had to shit and he was in the middle of the lake, so he swam to the middle of the lake and then he dove down and held onto a rock underwater.
I don't believe it.
Underwater.
I don't believe it.
I never believed that. I was like,
I don't believe it.
I was like, I don't know if you can shit underwater.
Like a pearl diver.
I don't think you can shit underwater.
Like I think because your body won't let you breathe in water
If
consciously.
all of the
you know.
holes in your head are closed with water,
Yeah. It's like
and you go to shit, I feel like your head would pop inside your body or something.
yeah, it's like a gator's
like sneezing
eyes.
with your eyes open.
Yeah, you can't do it. Like I think once you go
eyes will
under,
pop
your
up.
body's like nothing's coming out.
Challenge accepted.
But
Yeah,
he
we can do that.
He swore it. He
We
did.
could do that at the BDM thing in the Cabana Live pool.
I'm afraid you'll get sharks or something if you do it in the ocean. Like, won't they like
No, sharks
bodies
don't care
things?
about that.
They're like, oh,
No, fish will though.
yeah, or that Amazon
yeah, they
fish
will
that'll go
school
up your
on you.
pecker.
Yeah.
If you pee in the Amazon, that thing will go up your pecker.
Yeah, I remember as a kid when I heard about the pecker Amazon fish.
The pecker Amazon fish. I think most little boys think of the pecker
Yeah.
Amazon
It's like a little needle up your urethra.
Yeah,
you know what?
It's like, why did I learn about that? Now, for even when I'm peeing in a swamp or
Yeah.
anywhere in
Yeah.
that
That's what's
swampy
gonna
area,
happen.
I think about the pecker fish.
I do too. Trauma.
I don't really think about it because I always thought it was just in the Amazon. And then I was like, that thing would swim up a girl's veg.
Same thing.
too.
You're afraid of sharks when you get in a big deep end of a pool. It's like,
also
down there?
my plan would be if I see it swimming up the stream, I will stop peeing and then let it go down.
Do you ever do that like as a Kegel?
Oh, it doesn't,
Just to stop yourself from peeing? Don't pinch it. Just like
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I can easily
I always do that.
force of will.
Yeah, I like to go like pee and then like
Yeah.
and do like little shots.
I'm uncircumcised, so if I pinch the
Me
top,
too.
it turns into a balloon.
I do the balloon. Yeah. Here's a trick after sex.
You have to be careful though, because if it's not cinched direct, if you don't cinch it too well, it leaks.
I don't think I've ever told you this. After sex, because I'm uncircumcised, if I come, the inside of my foreskin is covered with cum.
And now you
so
know-
if you
now
pinch
you
your
know, Tom.
balloon and pee inside of it, and then shake your balloon around, and then let go of it, it rinses the cum out.
I need a real man to teach my sons about uncircumcised penises because they don't have. They
you
don't
need
have.
a Canadian log jammer.
I remember my dad having to have that conversation of how to clean our
Yeah, but I don't
Really?
Oh yeah.
I don't know nothing about it because I'm circumcised.
have
I
to.
know
You
nothing
have
about
to.
no penis.
They've not, but they've had that discussion.
No, well, I'd say clean it. They're like, I don't want to. Oh my god, damn!
My brother didn't want to do it. True, and he almost had to get like a later in life circumcision because he got.
That's what I tell them, but they won't listen.
You'll get an infection.
What?
If you don't clean it, you have to clean under the hood.
Not be sharing that.
Come to my house.
Sorry, Patrick. He's going to come on the show, and everyone's going to be like, "Oh, that's the guy who's
Like
the
you've
dirty,
been telling me
the
I'm
dirty
going to meet
pecker."
this guy. And I'm like, well, don't tell me that.
Come to my house
He had a
and teach,
bloodsucker on his balls once too. I
teach
remember
my
that.
sons how to clean their penises, but dress like Brenda.
I can't. I can't do it as Brenda.
so I can film it and put it on the internet. It'll get a lot of hits.
And then the governor's going to find out, and then I'm going to get deported
Oh
to that gay island. I'm not going to teach your kids how to clean their peckers.
my dad
Gay Island will be a fun
That is
island.
not something I will ever do.
My dad gave me a speech on it too, but you know what my dad did have me do for the longest time?
What?
Is that, and he did this, like my dad taught me how to clean my uncircumcised penis. But in order to like assimilate to everyone else's style of penis, he told me to pull my foreskin back so it looked like I was circumcised.
Oh, and leave it like that?
And leave it like that.
That's not good either.
Well, I'm just telling you what he told me. I mean, like, I don't do it now. Now I just leave it the way it's intended. But
You're so set, you'd hurt yourself.
at the time...
Yeah, that's how I always heard. You had
Yeah.
to pull it back and clean out the whole
Well,
thing.
that's how he taught me. Like, that's why when, like, you were telling me something, like, oh,
Baths.
you can't pull it back. And I was like, oh, my dad, man, we crank that thing back like a crank it Soldier Boy. You know, like, pull it back hard.
Well, there's-
Scrub it with a washcloth like sandpaper.
I ripped it once.
Yeah, I did too. I've ripped mine before too.
There's all this information. Don't pull it. Pull it. I look on TikTok.
Slip
I'm
it
trying to
back.
learn. I'm like, fuck it. Because here's what I tell myself. I'm like, listen, the whole world doesn't do this stupid circumcising thing, and no one tells them nothing. So
Yeah,
they
that's
just
true.
learn by living, and that's how my sons will learn. Because me and
You
Chris,
gotta tell 'em, Tom.
She tell
You gotta tell
I
'em.
tell them, but I don't because mine's different.
Yeah,
so
roll it back.
I never dealt with it.
Roll it back, give it a shake in the bathwater, you're good.
We
No,
got
no.
a couple people in here that have had friends and or a brother-in-law that had to get an adult circumcision because they didn't clean it.
Because it,
Damn, I didn't think
it'll
that
get
was
too
really
tight.
a thing.
It'll
and
get
I'm
too tight because of the if you get an infection, your foreskin can get really tight. And you won't be able to roll it back, and sometimes it can get so bad, like you have to get it removed.
And then you get a boner, and it's like you're
Yeah.
Oh,
pulling
I
your
get
head
that now.
through a turtleneck.
yeah, it's like trying to put on an infant
too tight.
onesie.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Sorry, everybody.
All
Yeah,
right.
this is a rough opener.
So gross.
I'm laughing so hard, man.
What sponsors have you?
Do you have sponsors for this Friday show?
Never lost a sponsor.
Oh, God, I hate it when he does that. This is a wild one today.
All right. You know what? When we come back, we're going to do some light community service work. We're going to tell you about some charity events.
Yeah.
And then Brendan will tell us about some local things going on.
There's a million things happening this week.
Yeah.
And then I got a couple more things, too, that I want to bring up. The name of the band. Yes, sir? Did you have something to
No, I was going to say, so we got some voicemails, emails.
Yeah, we got some good voicemails. The name of the band is Wunderbar. The name of the song is Beta Fish. We'll be right back with more on Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan momentarily.
Beta fish.
Yeah.
What a cuck.
Yeah. You know they they fight each other.
Guardian Water Services. You can go to guardianwaterservices.com.
I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
It's hard to go to Airbnbs now or go to hotels are okay because they have filtered water. But I go to these Airbnbs for these dance competitions with Maisie and Andrea, and I drink this sink water, this garbage. I can't do it.
It's real bad.
I can't do it, and I didn't think that I've made myself water soft. I have to have RO water. I cook with it. I drink it. And now I'm on this kind of like a health thing. I want to be like super hydrated for my surgery. And so I am pounding the RO water.
Well, there are tons of people that are spending an insane amount of money on plastic bottled water.
Baby water.
By the way,
you think we got any listeners buying that stupid baby water?
Just getting rid of all the plastic water bottles and then like look it up on the internet with the plastic like leaching into the water. And it's like, eliminate all that. Just get a RO filter under your sink like me and Daniel have, like we have at the studio. You get RO, that's reverse osmosis water. It's the same water you get in any bottle of water, and you get it out of your tap. They put a faucet next to your normal faucet in your sink, and you'll get that straight RO water. I've hooked mine up to my refrigerator, so I get RO ice now. And if you want the full conditioning system, they'll put that Westinghouse conditioning system in your house. So all your water is conditioned. You can save money on soaps. Basically, it takes the hardness out of it, so the calcium buildup doesn't ruin your pipes, and then your appliances.
You get some nice flaccid water.
yeah. And your appliances will last longer. You won't have to repipe your house, which is thousands of dollars.
I've always liked when people say, your appliances will thank you.
yeah.
I like it when people say that.
Yeah, I think you will save money over time.
Oh, you absolutely will.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I know what it's like to have the quality of the water destroy an appliance. I mean, that's an actual thing.
Yeah.
At my first house, the one that our first studio was in, I bought a high-octane dishwasher, at one of those scratch and dip places. Spent a lot of money on it, and the quality of my water destroyed it.
Yeah.
So there you go. I mean, just go to Guardian, get them, talk to them. They do great things within the community. They're great people.
Yeah.
Josh and his team have been wonderful to us, and they'll be great to you.
And they've been advertising with us for over a decade. It's guardianwaterservices.com. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan. I'm Tom. Brendan O'Connor.
What? I turned your mic on.
I'm Brendan.
There he is.
Me.
Sorry about that, buddy. Good Lord.
So, Brendan, you were telling me about some stuff going on and
so much.
Some stories. Really, I don't know anything local that's going on.
I mean, we could finish out. We could finish out the poop talk with a story from yesterday, I think, at Disney.
Okay.
About poop?
Yeah. Here, if you'll put your attention to the screen, you'll see this is from TikTok. No. These people were in line for Cosmic Rewind, the Guardians of the Galaxy deal.
Where is that at?
I think it's at Epcot, but I don't know what area of Epcot it is in because I haven't been to it. But you can see all these people covering their faces, covering their noses. There it is. There it is. Somebody, adult or child, just shatted it up on the wall. They shatted the wall, and you can see in the photo they shatted it. They shatted it like that black guy that went on the Monster Cruise that year, who shatted up his entire stateroom.
What?
It was Justin Cook's friend. Remember that? Remember that guy?
Don't say people's names.
I didn't say the guy.
No, but don't say anything but his name.
Has that ever happened to you where you're in a public place and you're like, oh, this is it? It's going to happen.
Man, he shattered it up good.
We had to pull over in Jersey real quick so I could run behind a dumpster.
and then Tracy saying that people were walking through it.
That's what McDonald's is for.
It was a Residence Inn behind their big dumpster.
So,
thank God.
Now, I will say that I'm surprised this doesn't happen more.
Really?
Because those lines are so long sometimes.
Yeah, and
Just out of pure desperation of just being there. You're like, I gotta go.
And you're traveling, so you maybe have travel IBS. Like
yes,
travel food. Yeah,
yeah, travel food.
You've only been eating.
They just
Crystal.
had quinoa for the first time in their life.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They're tourists. They're they eat the foot long mega dog that they
Yeah.
serve
Oh,
you
yeah.
or whatever.
Turkey leg.
You're eating a bunch of garbage. You're drinking. You're spending a bunch of money. You're mad,
Yeah,
nervous.
yeah.
You're drunk. You've been drunk
I
for
guarantee
days.
Dole Whips cause IBS.
Yeah, citrus ice cream.
Oh.
Sure. Oh yeah, getting lactose citrus.
Spelling your name.
And then now it is a weird move to me. Okay, because I did,
would
This
run.
was a child. It had to have been a diaper. This
That
was
was gigantic.
This was a diaper that, this was a diaper
No.
change gone wrong.
No. Diapers.
was an
moms,
adult.
Moms know they have a diaper bag.
Blowout.
They can keep it all in. They can put it in other
Like
diapers.
she went to fold it up and it flipped over like you dropped your sandwich on the
that
ground.
was someone who bent over, pulled up their sundress, and it just let it go.
Yes,
blasted.
yeah. This-
a
you-
blast.
And then they ran to
a
Epcot.
logorrhea.
Yes, yeah. We see these on surveillance cameras all the time, where the internet is full of them. Where some lady, usually it's a lady, where I think it's because they're used to
Because restrooms are gross.
squatting
Yeah.
and spraying fast because they've been doing it for so long.
True.
Men don't know how to
Just
do
like
that.
a skunk.
I could not spray diarrhea and pull my pants up as fast as a lady, just
Oh,
because
I
I have,
could.
I have no
I can.
practice.
I'm
No,
faster than ladies.
No, you can't.
I
Ladies.
have a lady's asshole.
No.
I can do 100% with my IBS. I'm
Is
real
that
fast.
called a cloaca?
I have a cloaca.
Ladies have been used to squatting and peeing so much. It's the
I
same
can't
motion.
squat, so you got me there.
Yeah.
Hips are too bad to squat.
And
I'd have to stand like a soldier and watch it run down my legs.
Campbell soup makes
Yeah.
you poop out.
And then they
down
ha-
your leg and out your boot.
it's either that
Off the floor and out the door.
or poop your pants. Now, I would say that you just take one for the team and poop your pants and then
There's
go
a
home.
team of people pooping their pants. I'm sorry.
Have I told you my poop story?
Which one?
Well, yeah, you did.
As a Cub
the
Scout?
river one? You just
Yeah.
said.
Hold on. Did we go back in time?
a
Let's
Cub
do it
Scout?
again. Let's do it again. Let's run it again. All right, load it up. Pun intended.
As a Cub Scout.
No,
Can I tell you now?
No.
I don't know.
Let's do it.
Don't just
You can't do that.
You wanna
Hold
hear
on.
it? You
Canadian
wanna hear
shit stories. Do you want to give me a hell yeah? All right.
Oh, no. Why?
We have no answer for
Don't
that.
say give me a
It must have been grade one. Grade one, I was constipated. My mom gave me a chocolate laxative, but she didn't tell me what it was. She just gave me this chocolate laxative, and she thought, I'll go to school, it'll kick in, I'll go to the bathroom, everything's great.
Okay.
I went to
Well, you
school.
gotta warn your kid. Be like, hey, I gave you a laxative.
Yeah, you might shit yourself.
Yeah, once this hits.
You might want to bring your mason jar.
Maybe this is where it all started.
yeah, we're unpacking some baggage today, man.
Oh, wait a minute. And I remember sitting in class, and then I had like a heavy fart, and I was like, oh, I gotta go to the bathroom. And then I put my hand up, and the teacher was like, no, recess is about to happen, just wait. And so I was just a polite little grade one kid, and I was like, okay. And I shat myself sitting on the chair.
You're like, well?
I remember, yeah, and that's what happened. And I shat, and then the recess bell went, and so I went outside and played recess.
You're gonna run it out your shorts. I've done that. Run it out of your shorts. You're like, well, if I run fast enough in circles, it'll fly in all directions.
That's called the Dufresne.
And I did it, and I ended up shitting a couple more times in my pants, and finally, like, the teachers, I guess, called home and were like, we don't have any other clothes, but they couldn't get a hold of my parents.
He
They're
shot
like,
up everything with
Brandon's pooped himself, and we don't have any extra clothes here for him if someone could come by. But my parents didn't get it because they were working, and I remember getting, like, all day had pooped myself. I got off the bus at the end of the day, and my brother
You just went through the whole day.
all day full of poop.
Canadian tough.
And my brother
Tough,
brother said, you can't come in the house. You have a bottle drive today with Cub Scouts, and that's when you go around and you collect bottles from people's homes so you can turn them in and you get the money for the return. And so I was just waiting outside to get picked up by my scout leader and his son, and then we went around and tried to pick up.
Did you tell them?
I didn't say anything.
Did they
to
say
him,
anything?
But they knew something was up because I stank. And then my dad came home, got the message, and we asked my brother where I was, and he was like, "Oh, he's out doing the bottle drive." full of poop. He pooped himself, and so my dad had to drive all over the valley trying to find me. And
have you seen a boy with shit pants in bottles?
The time they found me, I was asleep in the back of this guy's station wagon in my own shit, and they slid me off of the seat, and there was a trail of poop on this guy's station wagon seat, and Dad brought me home and hosed me off. And,
this may be a fever dream, but I felt like you've told me the poop.
I think I told this story.
The bottle drive kicked it in. I was like, oh yeah,
that's fantastic.
And now I shit in jars.
Don't we all? Don't we all at some point? That's what we do. Should we right turn Clyde right into some happenings? We can.
Yeah.
All gone.
I dumped it. Thanks.
What's happening in Orlando and surrounding areas? What do we got?
I do the news. That's right. Regina Hill, former Commissioner Regina Hill, she was kicked out of office by the governor because the FDLE figured out that she was allegedly had stolen over $100,000 from a 90-something-year-old constituent over in Paramore, and then used her monies to purchase another house for herself and some teeth. She went to Miami and got some new teeth. And
well, the lady doesn't need them.
And that old lady,
she's 93,
and she made herself that lady's power of attorney. And
that's how you got to do it.
That's
and
the
they
move.
discovered that some of this paperwork has fraudulent signatures on it, and so she's under investigation.
Any listeners would let us become power of attorney over them and take advantage of their money, right? Do we have any? I'll tell you, they're raising their hands again. Do we have any older listeners that we could start scamming?
I want to.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't think you need to. You can just win them over. They can just give you charge of their estate. So that should be a thing as your audience.
It's crazy that
did the lady have any? Was she related to him, or was it some stranger?
Just this old woman who was living on her own, clearly having some issues. Her caretakers, I think, were like her old best friend's daughter from Tampa would try to check in on her every once in a while, but Regina Hill kind of swept in and took over her, put in a caretaker, and then used her funds to buy other properties and stuff in the area.
Personally, I don't think she should be penalized.
Allegedly.
I don't think she should be penalized for a good idea.
Apparently she doesn't either, because she was kicked out of office by the governor. Somebody else went in. Shan Rose is the new commissioner for District 5. She's doing great, but she's up for election in November. And Regina Hill, even though she's still going to court, she hasn't had a court date for this yet. It keeps getting pushed back. It was supposed to be in January. It's been pushed back twice. She has a new date in May, has reapplied for her office. And there's nothing on the books that says that she can't reapply and go through the votes again.
There you go. So quit your bitching.
But if she wins and then she loses the court case, she'll get kicked out. Right, by the governor again. It's just weird to watch.
It is.
It's kind of a train wreck. The whole thing is
it's
crazy.
Bad and gross and not good. So
she thinks God wants her to be commissioner.
Oh, I like it when people say that. Yeah, we should say that. I think God wants us to continue doing this podcast with Brendan. Yeah.
Anytime someone does that, it's.
I had a vision. It happens in video games a lot.
She's got a crazy history. While she was in office, she got arrested for drunk and disorderly in Atlanta with her friends.
You should be allowed.
Apparently, she paid for with her old lady's money.
What you do when you're off time is your own business. Clear Channel tried to fuck our asses when we did this podcast. I'm all about. Look, leave her alone.
Well, it's.
I like the new commissioner. I think the new commissioner is great.
Good.
Yeah,
and she's doing what commissioners should do.
Yeah.
Anytime someone is like, "Oh, this is God's will," or "This is what God wanted me to do," or "This is God's decision," and even football players when they're pointing up after they kick a field goal,
God had nothing to do with that.
You're like, that was because of the big guy up there. I always think,
what if the wind pushed it? Would you allow it?
Well, there's God too.
That's God. I think you give that one to God.
And I always think to myself,
Thor.
I'm like, like he's micromanaging a little bit. There's a lot going on. And like, you think he had you're going into the football game or Gina Hill?
Because when he was helping you win the football game, there was a typhoon in China.
I know he can do a lot.
Gina was ahead of football game, actually.
And when did he start sticking his nose in it? How long ago? Was it billions of years ago? Anyway.
And then you follow that space debris thing that just happened yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's crazy.
We had a lot of
I wish I would have seen it because it looked crazy.
Yeah, we actually, there's a photographer, Pascal Fouquet, we helped him get into like government areas to officially take photos of space launches and stuff.
Yeah.
And he said that he was just on a rooftop in Soto yesterday when that happened. And he got a great photo. It's on bungalow.com of this debris falling from space. It was a SpaceX rocket, mega rocket, took off in Texas, and then something happened. They lost contact with it. It started spiraling, and they didn't know where it went. And they were like, well, based on the trajectory, it could fall into the Indian Ocean, and everything's going to be great. It did not fall in the Indian Ocean. It fell off the coast.
In the Gulf of America.
In the Gulf the Atlantic.
Call it whatever you want. I know the
Which
name.
is crazy. And then they had to ground all the flights at from Miami up to Orlando. All of these airports had to sit tight for a couple of hours while they waited for the space debris to... That's the new world.
Wild, man.
It is crazy. And
the new normal is waiting for space trash to fall.
Yeah, it was a little weird that we went from like not having that at all, and that's not a thing, to like, oh yeah, watch out. No planes can go up because there's fireballs falling.
We're some of the last people that will remember a night sky that did not have Starlinks in it. Isn't that crazy?
Oh wow, you're right.
Remember, like, you could look up, maybe you'd see a satellite, but now we're like, have you seen the Starlink go by in a daisy chain of lights?
I've seen satellites, especially out in like Utah and like super dark areas, like dark sky areas. Like, you could see satellites. It's crazy because I'm like, oh shit! Like,
they need to tell us about that, right? So we don't say, oh shit, right? Don't you think some people freaked the fuck out when they saw that?
Oh yeah, people were taking pictures if they thought it was a UFO,
or like we're under attack.
Coming back for Elon Musk.
With the way that things are now, right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure a lot of people are like, what the...
Do you think Elon Musk is an alien?
I mean, I think he's autistic and weirdo, and maybe ketamine crazy. I don't know. I don't know about him. I think he cuts his own hair. That's
he just said that whole thing about apathy. He thinks like, or what is empathy? Empathy. He needs to... The future of America, like, America would be better if he got rid of empathy.
I agree with that.
That was Tom.
I've been saying that for years.
I think he mixed that. That was Tom actually saying that to me. And then he made some weird gesture when I was leaving, and I'm like, okay, see you later.
People don't understand autistic people.
They don't.
I've got a lot of...
He's an alien.
Look,
I like talking to autistic people.
We say people don't understand autistic people. People don't understand dumb people or regular people. We'll get to autistic way later. Let's start with regular.
The space.
That's mean.
The space debris falling. I like that. The space, or like the debris falling. If I saw that, I would immediately think that it was an asteroid. Like, and it was.
That's what I thought.
It's serving like Baghdad, like bombing. Remember that stuff when we saw that?
Bombs over Baghdad?
Yeah.
the Outcast song.
What are you saying that one?
Yeah, like the air move to that.
It looked like bombs. It looked like air strafing. Like, it looked like...
Yeah, although that's how asteroids, like any asteroid
strafing
shower looks like that.
It's probably an alien throwing out like jars of poop.
Who's calling?
Yeah, it could be. Thanks for calling A Mediocre Time. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on, guys? LJ, South Carolina.
Hey, what's going on, man? We got Brendan in here, and we're talking about the space junk that fell from the sky yesterday. What's on your mind?
Hey, nothing much. I'm just going to grab some beer and carrots and some chicken wings for this pre-party that we're going to have for the execution of this guy in South Carolina today.
Why would you call about that? What the hell are you talking about?
Who's the guy?
The guy that he's going to do the firing line execution.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. I did hear about this. There's a gentleman in the Carolinas that, because of, he didn't want lethal injection, he didn't want anything else.
Oh, it's like an old school law? Yeah. You can request a
firing squad?
They put it back into play a couple of years ago, I think, and then they made...
He was worried about, I guess they ran out of some of the drugs or whatnot for lethal injection, so he chose firing squad to get it done. But, yeah, no, I don't know.
What did he do?
he bashed in an older couple with a sledgehammer and some craziness. So sorry to bring the show down, but
yeah, no.
It's a chicken wings and carrots kind of day.
I mean, every time you call, you do, but it's fine.
You're driving. You're like, you know what?
I mean, you would think after the repetitive behavior, you would understand.
Yeah.
But
first,
it's fine.
People get chicken wings and go to public education.
Hold on, Tom and Dan and Brendan O'Connor are talking about poop. So I feel like it's. I'm going to call in and talk about this firing squad going on.
I don't think we talk about.
Hey,
It's televised.
It's going to be a full. It's going to be a full moon because Gary Nussman posted something good. Finally.
And it's Koonsman. It's like Gary Nuttman. My God. Don't drink and drive.
People, they televise that?
No.
You said they're going to watch.
From what I understood this morning, I was listening to the news. They're gonna
Where are we?
They put 4 targets on the gentleman's chest.
What?
And then each person is shooting at the same target, at their own target.
What?
And the targets are around, literally, around the heart, so there will be no question.
But there's only one bullet.
They didn't say that.
Oh, okay. They
did not say that.
Like one out of the 5.
If you don't die from it?
I think one. Now, EJ's saying one has a blank, but from what I understood, now I'm just going on what I heard.
What?
It was 4 targets, and they're going to hit him multiple times because they want to make sure he's dead. Now, this could be wrong, but that's what I heard.
So, but the one blank is involved, so that everybody in their mind can be like,
I didn't hear
had
that.
the blank. I didn't actually.
No, when
kill this guy.
when I heard it, it was 4 targets, and I was under the assumption he was going to hit 4
Who
times.
shoots? Like volunteers
Firing
from the
squad. They have
Do you have to
probably
volunteer
cops,
to do
probably
it?
cops.
Or maybe it's like.
I would say,
a
you know what they should
designation?
let? You know who should they let? Children. They should let kids do it. You know what's the future do it?
You know what's weird is they
everything.
They ran out. Yeah, everything is weird. It's bizarre, but it's weird that they're like,
that guy just called in all excited because he's getting chicken wings to watch a guy die.
I think
I don't even believe it.
That was a joke.
Yeah,
I don't think so. Yeah. I think he's legit getting chicken wings because he's excited
that
about
was
this
a
man
joke.
getting
That
shot.
was his attempt at
they're tailgating.
But the running out of the
He'll
execution.
do that when they start killing the gays.
The execution serum that they use, right?
Yeah.
They're like, we're running low, or whoever country used to make it.
It's like helium. We gotta cut it.
And then I'm like, but there's so many people that can kill themselves by overdosing easily, seemingly all the time. Just do what they're doing. It doesn't seem that hard. It's not we have overdoses all the time.
We voted that there's only one way to humanely kill people with this inoculation.
Give them a ridiculous amount of fentanyl. It works every time, right? It kills thousands a day.
It does, but also,
fall asleep in a hot tub.
I don't know. You don't have to die from that.
It seems like a lot of people do.
Because you might not die, right? And then you're awarded the state. What happens if you survive the shooting?
I don't think you survive because they don't try to save you if you if he's not dead, just turn around until it's
but I think that's where there would be a problem. No, honestly, if I don't think he dies instantly, I think you do have a problem. I don't think they're illegally. If he's laying there breathing, then
close the curtain.
Then they're like, oh shit, because they're like somebody fucked up.
I don't like that.
Yeah, this is a great topic.
And then there's
better than poop. I'm kidding. Not as good. Not as good.
Show we ever done. Start with poop.
We start over.
Mason jars of poop.
Start over.
Yeah. Execution in the middle.
What do you want to end with? Abortion? Should we end with legal?
I talked about abortion.
Okay, we're gonna end with abortion as a means of birth control. Okay?
Where do they put the baby?
How does it work, actually? What's it look like? Describe it to us, Brendan.
Well, you can't because they're introducing a bill that protects fetuses, right?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, and if you do, and then you.
But the fetus can't choose firing squad. It can't.
Check this
one blank.
Check this little box, baby.
All right, what else is happening?
I don't know. I was trying to get a new job, but I think this has ruined everything.
No.
Nothing
Let's talk about the moon landing.
There's a duck derby.
What is that?
A duck derby?
They race rubber duckies at Mead Gardens in the little creek that goes through it.
Oh yeah.
They dump. You pay $5. You decorate your duck, and then they dump it in a river. And if it gets to the end first, you win a bunch of prizes.
The reason
I think there should be betting.
So
Ooh, I guess you could do it you could almost do it like unofficially with a group of people.
And that Hard Rock app.
you should
Yeah.
be able to modify your duck in a way
That makes it faster?
Yeah.
that gives you an advantage.
First thing you're going to do is you're going to bick your duck's pubes. Make it real fast. I couldn't even say that. Couldn't say that. Got ahead of my joke.
I'd put a little sail underneath it to catch the current.
Yeah.
Or just
What you want is a little weight to keep that thing upright so it'll move in the current.
Truth.
You want a little more weight on it.
Cushion.
See, I've done some races with my sons where usually we use sticks and something in creeks, and then we'll all put.
What are you, Little House on the fucking prairie?
What? Well, we're doing we're hiking around.
Me and the boys done gone up to the creek and done some stick racing.
Stick races. Stick and leaf racing.
We do it in the Castleberry gutters.
Hey,
When
boys!
there's a rainstorm.
Hey, boys, let's go down to Castleberry Gutters do a stick race.
That
The
was
one
my-
that wins gets to go to Castleberry General Store for
as a
some rock
kid,
candy.
and playing in the floodwaters, that
Yes.
was the best.
Yeah, so when it rains
Yes.
really hard, well, because I have a
That's how you get a piranha in your dick hole. Or whatever.
Piranha
it is.
in the dick
Yeah,
hole.
whatever the thing is.
and you need to give everybody whatever they have to
Gator
race.
in your mud hole.
and then to let them modify, like kind of like a matchbook car or whatever. What is it called?
Slot car.
Slot car. Like you
Soapbox derbies.
Yeah, you can modify your car. Everybody
the
has
lead weight.
Yeah, if it's all the same,
Yeah.
it's not. It's just random. It's like, okay, whichever duck doesn't get caught
They
up
used
on
to
the
shave
stick.
it down in cubs. If you put too much lead underneath, they'd try to shave it down so you were equal to the other kids. Because it was bad. You're like a bad kid if you overweighted it.
Yeah, you're cheating. Yeah, but I like
I
cheating.
remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to get?
Crystal told me. She told me all about
He's
it.
obsessed. I mean, she thinks he's cheating. She says it all the time.
A little bit of an advantage.
Going to the
That's
gym,
it's
sure.
fun. So look, and then what else is going on?
What else is going on? I don't know.
There's not much going on.
Red Light's having their 20th anniversary.
I
That's
saw
a
that.
big deal. I mean, I remember
When they were new, we were doing podcasts at Red Light.
Yeah, this is the third red light. I remember the original red light was upstairs, teeny tiny.
Hannibal Square.
Yeah, and then the second red light was the one on Bennett.
Uh-huh.
And then this is the newest red light, right?
Yeah, it's been there the longest.
Yeah, and it's
In Ottawa
it's
Park.
an amazing spot, and they've just expanded to the point where, it used to just be they offered other people's craft beer. And
Yeah.
then it was then they started making their own craft beer. And then they got a kitchen. And
The
then-
kitchen's great.
Yeah,
With Chef Jess.
I think
love her.
everything. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
I think everything they do is pretty damn good
True.
because I'm really proud and happy that they're in our community. We're very lucky to have places like that, especially places like that have lasted 20 years.
Yeah.
Hats off to you guys because that's hard to do.
And the Marita bread sign's on display downtown.
Let's talk about the Marita bread sign for a second because where.
A lot of people don't know what it is, apparently. I heard when we were stationed, because I DJ'd in front of it for Immerse, and we kept hearing people say, Marita? Marita?
Yeah. Young people don't.
Yeah,
they
well,
don't
no
know what the
idea.
Marita bread.
Young
is.
people don't know what bread is.
You used to be able to smell it. You'd be rounding that curve near OBT.
Yeah.
So nobody put two and two together. How dumb are people?
A lot.
That
had no idea.
Marita's still a company, no?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a place out in...
People don't pay attention to
DeLand,
shit.
I
This
think.
makes me so angry. Young people now, when you ask them older bands, they don't pay attention to the shit their parents tell them or expose them to.
Yeah. Well, I was like that when I was young. So
I
it's
wasn't.
nothing- Yeah.
I wasn't. I know all my shit.
I used to go around and all this, I would have saw the Marita bread sign and be like, what is this? It's really stupid. You got a sign off a bread factory? And now
I love it. It's a big deal. The
No.
Morse Museum in Winter Park saves and preserves old signs, but it's part of their, because it's the Charles Hosmer Museum of American Art, and so they see signs as like art, an American art form. But it wasn't part of their charter or mission to share the signs after they saved them. They just have a stockpile in this giant warehouse. Which I'm not allowed to say where it is because I had to sign paper, and it's
They made you sign an NDA about where the sign
and
warehouse is.
And when you photograph it, you have to photograph the sign straight on with no clues or context to what the warehouse looks around it. They were very specific. Actually, the director,
what?
when we walked in, the old director looked at me and he goes, "I don't know how you got in here. So be good."
Did you tell?
I don't know how you got in here, Bunting. Oh, God.
He was such an asshole.
Yeah.
Did you tell them that
Well, if it is an old mason jar, shit, man.
Did
I
you
don't know.
did you tell him that no one cares about old times? I would have told him.
But I
would have told him in a curious of why he's so protective of this location.
People care. Well, because it's also filled with.
I feel like it's the same
90%
way,
of their collection is there. So,
but
like,
it's the same way that Cadillac Pat is protective of his treasures. You see what I mean? They're trash.
Yeah, I know.
They're meaningless.
But it's like no one is breaking into the warehouse. And
they could. There's expensive things in there. Tiffany lamps, limited edition paintings. Like it's 90% of the collection is like in a warehouse.
So who was saddled with the task of trying to find and replicate bread smell?
Immerse, the Creative City people, they had these little boxes that were putting out a scent, but it smelled like cotton candy. Really. It didn't really smell like bread. It was kind of a bummer, but yeah. But beautiful. Go check it out.
Somebody baking bread.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I brought a bake shop when we were there. Cloud Hop Bake Shop. They just opened up in Soto and Waterford Lakes. They came and sold cookies and things, and I DJ'd as Brenda with DJ Zwain.
Yeah, he was. Zwain was out there. Brenda was out there.
Got paid big bucks.
Nice.
Just shake my Nerf balls at everybody.
I like that.
And then I'd get out at 11 o'clock every night because I didn't want to get hate crimed.
Well, you gotta get out quick.
So I saw Brenda.
Saturday was sketchy.
The downtown gangs hate bread too. They'll get you.
I saw Brenda at the Marita bread sign.
I didn't get to talk to you very much.
Well, yeah, and when I was walking to the Orlando Science Center area, and so speaking of my sons, I was very mad that they never even asked a question.
This goes back to you talking about how you don't notice anything.
Yeah. Like I went up there, we hugged, dressed like Brenda, over the top. You know what I'm saying?
Your
Brenda
hair
looks like.
Thank you.
Spot on.
Never even said, like, hey, who was that?
Yeah.
Or why?
Yeah. That's a tall drink of water. Who's
Nothing.
She? Like, nobody said nothing.
Not even nothing. Then that was it. Never.
Because I asked him. I was
they were very sweet. They didn't make any weird faces at me or anything. They were just like, well.
That's how they are.
They're wonderful boys. They're beautiful, wonderful boys.
Yeah.
They may not. Yeah, they may not know that you were even there.
And that's why now they may be the weirdos because I gave them the genetics of not caring about anything.
They cared. They were engaged.
Well, they're water.
No, but I'm just saying, like, asking why or cared about what other people do.
They didn't need a wine.
Maybe they're a direct swing result to you questioning everything.
So is it because I saw another little girl at the same time ask Brendan, she's like, why are you dressed like that? And you're like, yes, I'm crazy.
That's a perfect answer.
You're like, it's fun. I just like that fun.
What do you do for Halloween?
Yeah. That is the perfect answer.
Yeah.
And we were right next to Chronic Guru, so it just stank like pot all night.
Oh, I like that. Marita bread, pot, cotton candy.
We had all the homeless people dancing
drag
with
queens,
us all
children
night.
everywhere.
Yeah.
I did the Chronic Guru. It makes me laugh because I'm like, all right, well then,
almost
it's the same shit. No, nothing matters. You're selling weed. It does the same thing.
It's the same. That's they sell THCA. Right? So it's like distilled or whatever.
Same
I don't know. It is. But when you go to Key West, all of the shops there, when they're selling, they're all selling this fake weed, but they tell you that it's real. And they tell you that Key West is different from everywhere else in Florida, and there's just no rules. And they tell you it's cool, man. Just you can buy this weed, everything's great. But there's one real dispensary there, and they're like, it's not. None of that's true.
Oh, yeah, of course they say that because that's a business lie. yeah, that's what everybody's doing. I like how we're just
they're lying.
You don't even know what's in it. It's unregulated too. THCA is unregulated. You don't know what the fuck you're smoking. You don't know what it is.
It makes me angry because, like, down here, you know our gas station that I used to get beer at when I was going over for a pool rager.
You talk about boner pills.
No, but they used to have one hitters. They used to have the little pipes. They'd have Tom would notorious. The reason we love this place is you'd go in there and this guy's buying all of his beer from Costco and cutting all the 12 packs in half and putting everything in there.
Yeah,
you can go in there now and get a big like tall boy can, and it's 100 milligram THCA.
Oh yeah.
100 milligram. What is that?
Like Total Wine sells THC. They have a huge 10-foot section. We've been talking.
Tactical Brewing sells one.
We've been talking to a company called Vibes.
Right, or no?
Yeah, they make theirs.
See, that's interesting to me that they make theirs.
But they're buying
I got a can of
THCA liquid.
You want some THC? I got to.
Yeah.
We're trying to make a partnership with this company
You
called
guys want some
Vibes.
pain pills? I got them for my legs.
Vibes
They
with the
give them to
wine?
you early.
VIBES. It's a
Yeah.
THC seltzer. They sell it at Total
Pretty tasty.
Wine,
You want
and
it
then
hits me different.
I drank it. It's
This guy,
less.
he drank it. He bicked his pubes.
I gave it to Crystal, and she was like, "Oh, yeah," it got her a little bit high
Yeah, yeah.
because she's
That's in
afraid.
that Troye Sivan music video.
I
A guy bixes like he lighters his pubes.
Oh, really? No, he doesn't lighter it. He uses a razor and baby oil to get
Oh,
it
come
slick like a deviant.
all right. Let's
Smells like burning witch.
let's
Do you want to take a break?
take a break.
Yes, sir.
Quit telling people that.
Well, stop doing it. I'll stop doing it. I'll stop telling
Well,
you.
how do you even know?
I'm a
How do you
truth
know?
teller. I can see.
You don't
I
know.
can see
No,
it.
you
I
don't
can see
know.
the
You're
edges.
burning
I
your
can-
pubes
I can see the edges where it grows back a little bit. And your wife has confirmed it. That's how I know. I go, he picks his pubes, doesn't change. She goes,
You put
yes,
your
he
harness
does.
on?
And she goes, and I
You
don't
put your
like
harness
that.
on when you do it, too?
When she was in here, she goes, and I don't like that.
Have you gone to a leather bar
But he
before?
wants to, and he wants somebody
No,
else to
I
pick his
haven't.
pubes with their teeth.
No,
You never been to a leather bar?
I haven't.
No, I think you'd like it.
What's
Yeah, this
what's
guy's
going
kinky.
on?
That's
there?
like where I got. Remember, I went to
Oh, they
Providence. I got that
poured
electrocution
wax
thing.
Yeah, yeah. You want to be electrocuted?
If you electrocute my bone, you know
what? It can be done.
I never understood all the other
It
stuff.
starts with like the
Yeah.
tickling electrocution, and it's kind
No,
of
he doesn't want that. He wants to go
and then they
straight
turn
to
it up.
tase the bone.
Yeah.
He got
Yeah.
he turned it up real high
He
on
wants
me. I
it
felt like he
raw.
was slicing me open.
I'm just like,
Yeah.
suck my boner. That's all I want.
suck my boner.
Well, what the hell's all this shit?
I don't want to be electrified. I didn't pick this thing to get
Just suck
electrified.
my boner.
I picked it to get sucked.
Leave.
I don't know.
Pizza
That's-
pockets
I
and
should
suck
not
my boner.
That was the correct answer.
put that on the internet, Melissa.
That was the
my-
correct answer.
God damn.
The name.
That's how I met my first teacher.
Oh my God!
Is-
Don't say that.
I found out recently that some of my people that I do not want to see the things that I say have TikTok and social media.
Oh, yeah, I get some
and
of that.
follow the show.
Yeah.
and there are kids. The
Yeah.
kids have TikTok now.
That's
Yeah.
not your fault, though.
No, it's not.
It's not your fault.
It's not
I
my
actually
fault.
had to tell myself, like, if a kid finds videos where I say things like that, it's not my fault.
Yeah, but they think I'm
the internet's fault.
they're a hero. They're like the
All right, there it
outstanding
is.
hero.
That's the problem. There,
Yeah.
Because you're
there is
serving
a real problem.
alcohol.
He's just living the problem in his own mind. I like
Yeah,
that.
but they can't see that.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right.
The
They
name,
love the incels on TikTok.
The name of the band is This is Bridge the Gap. The name of the song is Dust to Ben. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time, Brendan O'Connor, and voicemails, emails when we return, all right?
Injured on the go, just call Mo. JustCallMo.com. Sign up for their VIP program. You'll get a Just Call Mo VIP metal card in the mail.
Yeah.
It's free, by the way.
Perfect for chopping up cocaine.
And then that VIP program will get you invited to their awesome VIP events.
What
they
does
put
that
on.
have to do with law? Does he practice anymore, Mo?
Yeah.
Because I just think he's out there partying with all of my friends.
Well, he wants to create a community of people.
Yeah, he
And
spreads the fellowship
he's been sponsoring local podcasts for
and comedy.
Yeah, for decades
Yeah,
now.
he's always been a supporter of the humor.
And he just wants to curate this local audience. And listen, it's you'll get awesome dinners and shows and stuff as part of that VIP program. Also, the Mo Celebrity Bolorama is coming up April 12th.
Yeah.
If you go to their social media, you can see how to get tickets. It's at Oviedo Bowling Center.
And
It was a great time last year.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And he and Busdecker, they do a lot. They put themselves out there. But all you need to do is, if you do have
Be a part of it.
a legal issue or something happening, just remember Mo. I
Yeah,
mean, that's all he asks is just remember him.
Yeah.
Give him a shot.
And that's all he wants everybody to do
Yeah.
is keep doing awesome events. Awesome, and the Just Call Mo Celebrity Boloramas for charity. Awesome charity, too. And he wants to keep doing these events, cultivate a community of listeners. And if you ever do need them, you can call them. But until then, just take advantage of Mo's generosity.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
Until you need him, you might as well go get a free dinner.
He
you know?
wants
Yeah.
it. He wants it. It's justcallmo.com.
Hello. We're back. Welcome back to a mediocre time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. Brendan O'Connor's here. You can find him on Bungalore. You can find him Bungalore on the Bus.
Yeah.
Fridays on Real Radio.
Featuring Inside Orlando Magazine. Don't you have a meet? What was that? What was the meet?
Oh, I did a roundup of all the Brazilian steakhouses in the Orlando area.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Okay, because really, that's perfect timing because, and I think I put this on the list last week, but I should be asking you. My daughter wants a carving station.
Oh.
Like an old school meat.
What are you talking about?
Because I was showing her a carving station.
And she wants to try it?
Yeah, she likes meat, and she wants like the turkey or the what like.
Yeah.
So out of the Brazilian,
I can't wait till she is a full-fledged adult. I can't wait to see. She's not afraid of nothing.
No, she's not. But what would you recommend?
She's basically an adult now.
Yeah, she's more adult than I am.
Yeah.
Like I definitely
Yes, for
am
sure.
In the vacuum of a parent.
I'm the embarrassing section of the family. Like
Take her to Fogo de Chao.
So that place still is.
Yeah,
the place.
there's two of them now. There's a new one that just opened up closer to where the White Castle opened up.
Okay, yeah. I know exactly where that's.
It's like a no man's land, but now
Yeah.
it's like crazy developed. Beautiful Brazilian steakhouse, and you're served by gauchos, which are these super hot Brazilian cowboy daddies, and they walk around with skewers of meat, and they just and you're like, and you have a little sign that says "Give me meat" or "Leave me alone."
Yeah.
And so they'll have like filet mignon, and they'll have Kobe steak.
We used to go to Texas State, Brazil when it first opened up.
That's the only one I've ever been to.
Yeah,
Texas
me
to
too.
Brazil. That one ranked higher on the survey. I remember that.
But like Texas, I remember going to that one
It's just older.
They were advertising with the radio station at the time, and they invited us out. So we would go out there and kind of do some things there. But then I think I went like twice, and then it was like, okay, that's enough because it's a lot.
I'll share it in the BDM
Please.
group. It's on Orlando Magazine right now. I'm really proud of it. I love the little things that they get me to do there.
One of the things that I found that was odd for me at those places is I don't eat massive amounts of food. So it's hard for me because like at Texas State, Brazil, I remember...
You got to justify
Well, they had a
costs.
salad bar that was unreal. And then they had a sushi bar, I remember, that was unreal. And then they had like a fruit bar that was unreal.
Because they try to get you to eat that to get filled so you don't eat the expensive meat.
apparently.
Scotty had never been to one before, and I brought him to his first Brazilian steakhouse, and he loved it. He loves steak, man. He's limited himself to steak
Andrea.
once a week, because of heart stuff. And we're old, and you just can't do it every day. But he wishes he could eat red meat and potatoes every single day.
It's delicious, but like Daniel said, when you go to one of these places, you do. I find myself to justify the cost. I want to overeat the meat,
you feel like crap.
And then when I overeat, I'm like, oh,
It's too
meat
expensive,
sweats.
though. It's not like these aren't. It's not too expensive.
Yeah, but even like if it's $89, I'm like I gotta eat a lot of meat. Even though it's more than that, but it's like I need to eat like a bunch of filet, and just to get the value out of it. But then it's like I'm eating more than I would have if you just served me little bits of each meat.
Okay, how assertive are you with your gaucho? Let me explain. If your gaucho comes by and he has the sword and your button is on green at the Brazilian meat house and you want filet and you're not eating sushi bar, salad bar, and you want 2 fillets, are you going to ask for 2? But if he puts one on there and starts to walk away, you're going to be like, hey.
I get too intimidated.
Like my dad would be assertive enough to be like, hey, pardon me, come on back here, gaucho.
It's got to be an ugly gaucho.
Yeah, my dad would be like, why don't you throw 4 of those on there?
Hot gauchos, I'll just take whatever they want to give me. But like if they're ugly, then I don't care, and I'll get them.
You'll talk them up. You're like, give me more, you ugly fucking gaucho.
But otherwise, I don't want them to know I eat too much.
You should call them disgustos.
I want them to think I'm a delicate flower.
I too treat ugly people differently. Me and Brendan we got something in common.
I did an edible dinner once. It was like a takeover where the chef it was a multi-course deal, and every course had pot in it. And I sat next to this guy. He's an elite trainer. He trains like Olympians to be better athletes.
Okay.
He was sitting right next to me. gorgeous man. Like no fat on his body. I loved him immediately. And I didn't want him to see me eating too much. So I was controlling how much I was eating. But meanwhile, he was just like powering down like everything. He'd get seconds of the pot macaroni and cheese with the pot fried chicken and then the pot prime rib and the pot Caesar salad. He just ate everything.
How is he such good? I guess he just worked out so much.
Up. He was fucked up. I think he fell asleep in his car after too.
Yeah.
I had to call an Uber.
Yeah, you can't like with weed. Yeah, I do hit a wall where I'm like, that's way too much.
Well, also when you're eating it, the fat it definitely
hits you.
You'll start hallucinating a little bit.
100%.
If you eat enough, like
sounds great.
As soon as your liver starts metabolizing that fat and then it just shoots it into your blood.
Oh yeah.
Then
euphoria.
You should rock it off.
Do you guys want to do mail on mail?
Yeah.
All right.
Mail on mail.
A little mail. Have you done? You've done mail on mail before, right?
A couple times. Mask on mask. That's when you're wearing masks.
Hey guys, thanks for calling 1-800-HOT-DICK. Supposed to find real action with real men. To make it even better, we've got new low prices. So low, we're practically giving it away free.
If you are a man seeking a woman, press 1. If you are a woman seeking a man, press 2. If you are a man seeking a man, press 3.
You call a number to get the time?
Yes. 411.
Yeah.
And a real person would answer the phone. You're like, what time is it? They tell you. That makes you feel old. You're like, a real person would tell you the time for free? They're just sitting around and nothing to do?
I think I've told this before, but my mom and dad almost got a divorce because my dad was addicted to 411. He would not use the phone book. He thought it was free. And he would just call 411 and just be like, they'd be like, hello, information. And he'd get every number that way. For years he did it. It was so much money he wasted.
You had to pay?
Oh, yeah. 411, like when you used it, you had to pay.
Yeah, it was like a 75-cent charge.
Yeah, it was expensive. It was like $1 or something. And then like we got our bill and it was like $80.
Oh.
You could do it on a payphone for free.
Okay,
I remember,
for it to connect you.
Yeah, me and my friends, where we were hanging out at the mall smoking cigarettes, and then I'd call 411 to find out what time it was. Because there was no other way to find out. Seriously.
The movie times, you could do that. Like,
You could have worn a watch.
Movie phone.
That was great.
You used to call movie phone so that if your friends called too late, that it would just beep in.
Oh.
So it was a way for, because you had one home phone. So your friends are calling you past midnight. So you'd call movie phones and then just wait on movie phone until they call.
I remember waiting on Napster for my music to download at night. You have to do it at night.
So you ShareBear?
Because your dial-up would
Napster, ShareBear.
Napster.
What was the other one?
Because they had a gay chat.
They had a gay chat in Napster? Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Fell in love with a man in California.
You did? Oh, my God. You almost got trafficked by
a little
man?
kid. Yeah, probably.
So there was a grown-ass gay man? Or it could have been anybody, really.
We talked on the phone. So, yeah, I think he was younger.
The man? What was his name?
I can't remember.
Let's look him up.
A Latin boy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was in my teens. I don't know when was that?
How old were you? Like 13, 14?
Like 16, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Post-turkey.
That's old enough in Canada.
Yeah. I mean, you were already throwing mason jars of your own shit around. Like, you're tough.
Yeah.
Let's do this voicemail.
I did tell you that.
This came up on ACT. We've been getting tons of people that want to address this. The topic was...
Hey, Tom and Dan, it is Mike, not from Ohio. You guys were talking about being Baker acted on Weird Job Wednesday. I got a great story for you. 20 years ago, my son, his best friend, his ex-girlfriend, and his current girlfriend were driving in their little S10 Blazer behind their high school, and
sounds
he kind of fishtailed it, and he tipped it over. Cops, police, paramedics, everybody came, and he was upset, and he said to the cops, I'm just going to kill myself because if I don't, my mother will. Well, I guess that was enough to get him Baker acted, so off to,
I think
it was live streams there in Leesburg, and, they processed him, they took his shoelaces away, the whole 9 yards. He was there for like a day and a half, and learned his lesson. Yeah. He's a cop now. All right, guys. Love you, and ciao.
There you go.
And now he's Baker acting kids left
I'm guessing
and right.
That was him, right?
What?
Like, I mean, like, at the end, the way that he was just kind of pausing for, he's like, he's a cop now. I was like, okay, it was you, right? I get the fucking story.
Yeah,
I'm not a fucking idiot. You don't think I'm a fucking idiot?
Your voice sounds too young to have a 20-year-old.
And you sound like a cop.
Yeah.
He had a great voice.
20 years ago, your son was
right.
16.
Let me try something on you. Do you know how fast you were going? See? That's exactly what that guy sounds like.
I got a boner.
I also feel like if you just say I'm going to kill myself in front of a cop, are they always going to Baker Act you immediately, or
it depends on the cop,
or they're just going to take it as
because you wouldn't even hear it.
You can't say you're an alcoholic in front of a bartender because they're legally.
Oh, you can't say that?
No.
Oh, I've said it before.
Yeah.
Joking around.
But you're just like, all right, well, everybody here is.
Yeah.
I am. What the fuck?
I don't care
about your problem.
I have had a bartender go like, another one, and I'd be like, I can't stop. I've said that before.
Yeah, that's how I make my money as a bartender. I serve alcoholics from morning to night. That's the.
Let me check. The hole inside's still there.
Yeah. Let's try. Hold on. You want to do an email?
Yeah.
All right, this one is interesting because I don't know how to handle it. This was set up by Big Rick. I said I was open for anything, and then I get an email from a kid. Hello, my name is Trevor, and I'm a high school senior with a strong interest in radio and broadcasting.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm eager to get started and learn more about how broadcasts are produced and how a station, as well as productions, operates behind the scenes. Big Rick should have reached out to you recently about me, and I would love the opportunity to see the process in action. I am typically available on weekends and weekday evenings, especially Mondays and Thursdays. I would greatly appreciate the chance to observe and learn from you and your team. Best regards, Trevor.
It's an odd time to want to get into radio.
I know. It makes me sad. And I mean, like, really it does. Like, not because, like, he's welcome to come in here and we will show any child that wants to learn anything that we do. I will show you anything I do. But I would be terrified for you to do this. I would.
Podcasting I could understand, or becoming a social media.
I think that's what he wants to learn, is a little more of, like, kind of what we do.
Yeah. Well,
Rick already shot me an email, and I said, yeah, I'll help out.
Yeah, like wanting to learn how to monetize being an influencer, that seems like relevant information. But like getting into broadcasting, it seems so archaic, even them teaching broadcasting still, because you're like,
but they have to. What else are they going to teach?
It's huge in Canada. Like, I would love to compare the numbers, but like everyone in Canada listens to radio.
Yeah,
all the time.
Well, but the internet. What happened to the internet in Canada? You guys got that?
My parents barely have internet.
I don't know if that's confirmed.
Yeah. Well, it was a bunch of you're in the middle of nowhere. Of course, you guys are stuck in the fucking old times. This is the future, Brendan.
You want to be in the future or not, buddy?
My parents got off dial-up like 5 years ago.
And honestly, like there's certain things. It's like, well, it's so different depending on what you want your content to be and how you're going to monetize it. It's almost impossible.
Are you going to bring him in?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's allowed to come in.
I was going to send a picture first because he might just be weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want any weird kids in here.
Yeah, no, weird. You got a lot of stuff they could steal.
About it.
Make sure he doesn't steal shit.
Have a weird kid in here to steal all their shit.
Yeah,
you got to look at it. Like before you invite someone over from Grindr, you always
track down my earbuds. My earbuds are in Pine Hills now.
Also, me and Daniel have zero time to show anybody anything. Yeah. We are literally at the limit of our time and what we can do. Like
pretty much.
We come in here and we get to work. We eat through. We work through lunch. We don't do. There's no fucking around anymore because we're too small of a team and there's too much to do.
Yes.
So
so we're gonna
You know, no, it would be impossible, literally, to teach anybody anything. Now,
I mean,
if someone
he can observe. It's fine. Yeah, he's more than welcome.
You wouldn't learn anything. We'd be quietly, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I'll help him. I'll get him going. I got time.
Sounds like you need an intern.
You don't got time.
It's fine. I'll be sweet to him. Don't worry, Trevor. I got you. Don't worry about Tom.
Yeah. Just Google how to make money.
He can't even say the word Google, Trevor. So
bring him on as an intern for like a week. We'll call him
No, we can't. It's too
Intern
long.
Trevor.
He's going to have a day. He can come in and observe, and I'll give him some pointers.
What if he's really, really good? Then he could have a youth podcast.
Nobody's really, really good.
Yeah. There's I honestly, how the hell? There's people that are really good that are still trying to figure out how to make money.
100%.
It's so goddamn hard. Anyway.
That's why I'm sitting on cakes.
But he didn't say, the beauty of it, though, is he didn't say anything about money. So the other stuff, I can show him how to run this stuff. I can show him how to do it on the cheap. I can show him what to not do. I can show him what not to buy.
Yeah.
It's about all I can offer.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
There is something to be learned about, talking to someone who does it. But there is unlimited information on YouTube.
But I value this more, though, because he took the shot. This has more value because he reached out. I mean, that's scary
and well written.
It was. I mean, it was probably AI, but it was well written, and it shows me that he's a step higher than somebody that's not doing it. Because he reached out. So yeah, we'll do it.
Love it.
Let's do another voicemail. Let's do. Yes, sir.
Is it a dickhead thing to say that there's no chance he'll be successful? Is it a dickhead thing if I really believe it?
But maybe he has. It's what Donnell Rollins said to those comedians on the open mic night thing. And
but he knows.
But he also, everybody's turning on him. So I'd say, go ahead and say it and see where you are in a couple of years.
I think he might have a spark.
I go, can I be Dave Chappelle's friend? Because that's where I want to be. I saw him perform at an arena.
But the truth is it's hard. And that could help somebody or hurt somebody. I don't know. But no, it is a dickhead thing. 100% dickhead thing to say. Let's try this one right here.
What's going on, T&D Media's Concrete Mike? On the most recent EDM show, y'all were talking about surprise parties. And my wife managed to pull this off on my most recent birthday last August when I turned 48. I came home from work on a Friday afternoon, and there was a 60-foot-long, 23-foot-tall double-lane water slide. My nieces, my nephews, my dead best friend's daughter and her baby was there. I had friends I hadn't seen in a while. I had a friend fly in from Oregon.
It was the daughter. Yeah, he got me on that one, too. When he said, my dead best friend, he paused too long before he said, my dead best friend's daughter.
2.5 years into stage 4 brain cancer, mom was there. I had no idea about any
Michael,
he's giving us the details. Hold on, I want to get the details. I want to get all the details.
Quick, give us depressing details.
Dead best friend.
Keep that shit inside.
No,
I don't need to know.
Sounds like he's playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Does your dead best friend's daughter want to come in and learn how to podcast? I will let her in here.
Just keep it inside.
The Sasquatch that lives 2 bushes over, his niece came over.
He's not done. Hold on. Here he goes. He's back. Here we go.
Okay. It broke me up, man. I cried. I'll admit it. I cried. Concrete Mike can get a little bit soft sometimes, but
you're making it worse.
Too hard.
It was a great weekend, and she pulled it off completely without me having no idea about it.
I think he ended crying, or okay. Well,
why was he crying?
Well, he cries all the time.
And obviously, no, he does not cry.
He cried when your mom died.
Concrete
does. I mean, I cried when my mom died. Okay, Concrete Mike is a tough concrete Florida real man.
Yeah,
and he cried because they did a great party for him, and
he cried because he loved it so much.
And he did because everybody he loved. Like his friend's daughter was there.
That's
his
great.
Mom with cancer was there. Everybody was there, and the water slide's pretty awesome.
Sounds gay.
It's an odd thing to get Concrete Mike for his birthday.
A water slide. I wasn't going to say
he
that.
Never had one, baby. He never had a.
I know it's for the kids. I'm like,
he'd always wanted a water slide.
I don't know.
That's why he really cried.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty impressive watching him set that thing up. I don't know if you've ever seen that.
Yeah.
I'll sit out there and smoke a doobie and watch it.
I watched them inflate it.
Yeah. I'll watch him inflate a slide.
You know what? It's weird.
They have them like permanently installed in Clearwater. There's just like permanent.
Oh, out in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that weird?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I think when people see those, they get really excited because we have them in the Caribbean.
I'm trying to get the tiki boat cruises to come here. I want a tiki boat cruise on one of the lakes. Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be fun.
I saw that you were on a tiki
Yeah.
boat cruise recently, and
Yeah.
I always make fun of those boats
I
when
love
I
them.
see them around because I'm like, there's one in New Smyrna, there's one in Daytona. They have so
they encourage you to pee off the edge.
Pee off the edge.
Yeah, a girl had to hold on. She let her fanny hang out. She peed.
Oh, really?
Oh, wow.
Because you're out in the ocean.
You would think that they would have some way, for
They did not
girls.
think it
Homer
through.
bucket or something.
Did not think it through.
That would be the first thing I thought of when I had
Someone
the
saw a
tiki boat. I'm
vagina.
like, where are people going
Somebody
to
saw a vagina. Some poor kid was looking at seagulls out on the shore, and he saw a white fanny.
Because they have like these small RV style like bathroom like heads
Yeah.
where like
Oh,
it's like a curtain around and like you piss in
You just
essentially
go,
a
yeah.
bucket but it's like a RV.
They should make little
toilet.
floating toilets in the waterways that you could. It's like a floating portalette for the boaters.
It's
Oh,
called-
that's
when you're out
anchored, so
there,
it's a
like,
platform
you
with a
need to go.
portalet on it. Well, here's what
Yeah.
it would
It
happen.
was just called the ocean.
You'd be in there, right, going number 2, and I'd tell Tom to hit the dock with his boat.
No.
Right? That's what people
You're
would
right.
do.
You're right.
That's what people would do.
That's
Rednecks
exactly
would
what
be
they would
knocking
do.
their friends in there.
Usually, you just get in the water and you dunk your lower half in, and then you go in the
Just
water.
go.
Yeah. When you do that, do you pull it out, or do you just go in your shorts?
I'll go in my shorts.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
You do?
You don't have to. Yeah.
I go in my
But
shorts.
then it's on your shorts.
Yeah, and then you could feel it in there when you get out, and
Yeah.
you're like, it's still in there.
And it's in there for a long time.
Like in a wetsuit.
Yeah. And then you walk up to get a hot dog, and you're peeing standing in line.
yeah. Because they just think you're wet.
Yeah.
After you're like, I pissed on these strangers' feet.
Because when you get old like me, when I stop peeing, and then 30 seconds later, I stop peeing.
Prostate.
So
No. It's just like it's just still in there. Like I don't stretch it out. Seth said I should stretch it out to
What?
get the. Seth said I should pinch and stretch my
Your
penis
pecker?
out. Yeah. He says to pull my penis out to get the pee out.
So I have a public service
Pinch and
announcement
pull?
for a real man out there like Concrete Mike.
All right.
Because my pop-up used to do this.
First, wait, can I just say, Seth's a liar, and he's setting you up for failure. Don't pinch and pull your pecker.
That's what Seth said to do.
Yeah, then you can do
And
whatever
he's
you
got
want.
a ginormous pecker. If there's anybody I would follow their advice, that guy's pecker is one of the
He's
biggest.
making it sound like it's a way to lengthen
It's
your
fucking
penis.
humongous.
If you could tie it in a
That's
knot.
'cause he's Italian.
Yeah. I mean, no joke. It's like that.
Yeah, but is he happy?
So
No, he's miserable. You're right. I'm pretty happy with my tiny little stretched out pecker.
So old real men
Like a
tend
tapeworm.
to add super depressing details into their story because they're not affected by it, but
No.
it affects us.
They
You see what I'm saying?
They haven't practiced sharing their feelings. If he had more
Say it
reps,
again, I
if he had
zoned
more
out.
reps, he wouldn't have done that. That was just
Yeah.
a little awkward because he was sharing because he loves us and we love him. Right?
I like that,
So
too.
he was sharing because he cares about us. We care about
Yeah.
him. He knew he was safe here.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have enough reps of saying that sort of stuff. That's why it was kind of clunky. I feel like. That's my theory on it. It's like you. Like if you were to tell me, even sometimes when you do, he will say things to me that are, I guess, somewhat caring, but they're real clunky because he doesn't have a lot of reps in that world.
It's like my pop-up used to tell me stories like,
About the Wendigo.
they're like, John, the neighbor, came by yesterday. He's got stage 4 pancreas cancer. And
he was spitting up blood the whole time I was talking to him.
And then-
Into a rag he stuffed in his pocket.
and then he'd tell me some other thing. It'd be like,
Bright red. Red is a Japanese flag, I tell ya.
And he'd hold it up like a Rorschach and he'd say, it looks like my mother.
Speaking of the Japanese.
and it was like, why'd you add in the cancer part? They had no bearing to the story whatsoever. Why
does now.
The Barry Joe says he does that naturally. He'll be telling a story, and then he'll just start peppering at atrocities. Don't do that.
Quit peppering an atrocity. Keep that shit inside. That's your own.
You do it a little bit too.
What?
Yeah, you
pepper in atrocities because you're too tough.
I am.
I pepper in atrocities?
You're tougher than the normal people. You're a Canadian tough, real gay man, right?
And I've seen some shit.
And you've seen some shit, and
Yeah.
you've lived some life.
Yeah.
So when you tell us stuff, like to us, well, you're in good company with me and Tom.
Okay.
But other people, it'll blow their hats off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They do it
'Cause
to
you're
Daniel.
tough.
I saw a van full of a family die once.
See? He's doing it.
The whole family.
The whole family died.
Oh my God!
The way he says
A
it, too.
Mennonite family that was traveling across country He pulled out in front of a transport.
Mennonite? That was my next voicemail. Are you shitting me?
Oh, yeah.
That's my next voicemail. It's about Mennonites.
Really?
We can talk about it later.
not. You want to hear it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I'm about to have tears in my eyes because now I think the fucking
That's
air.
the orb.
Here's the orb.
Always
Ready
wear
to
your
go.
shoes.
Hey, Dan and Tom. I'm listening to ACT, Cowman, and Hotfoot. You're talking about the difference between Amish and Mennonites. I have always been told that Mennonites are called the Flying Amish, meaning that they are allowed to get on airplanes. And when I worked at SeaWorld, we would see Mennonites, and they look exactly like Amish people, but they were allowed to, I think, use telephones and airplanes.
Because that's a long way to go on a horse cart.
Yeah. No parking at SeaWorld either.
Well, that seems way better if you're,
if you're choosing.
if you're getting the heaven and all the stuff you think you're going to get anyway.
Yeah.
You might as well use a cell phone and be able to fly.
Yeah, man. Candy Crush, Brazil. There's fun things to see out there.
Yeah. Grinder.
So
Yeah. That's true.
Sniffies.
Are there gay Mennonites and gay Amish?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's gotta
really?
be.
Yeah.
Gotta be gay Amish.
Well, I mean, there are, but I'm just saying it's frowned upon, right? Like,
yes, maybe there's every community has one, and he just lives in a little tree house.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have to hide it.
Like a
Everybody's
Keebler elf.
There's a little glory hole. You can stick your little Amish pecker in.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
They
call it bobbing for apples.
Okay, there you go. It's exactly. I don't even know why I asked
His name's
that.
Bob.
You want to do another one?
Yeah, let's do
All
it.
right. Hold on. Let me get him here. Oh, I singled it out. Hold on.
He lives in a box on the farm.
Let's do
Just bobbing for apples.
this one right here.
Takes his teeth out.
Oh, hold on.
Buddies, hey, BDM from Idaho here. I'm listening to the BDM show where you guys are second-guessing yourselves, and I just want you to know you guys sound better than ever, and there's ebbs and flows. There's been times where I thought, oh, fuck, it might be over, and then you guys come back and readjust, and so all these things that people are saying, like, you guys already think about, and some of it might be helpful, but truly, the way you guys grind, you're gonna have some... Everything's not going to be gold. But
having a fever
I just want you to know. All the shit that people are saying about you on the radio, it's true. It's true, but it sounds like you already know.
Well, like you're saying, I thought it was over, but then you brought it back. What the hell is he talking about?
I thought this play. I thought it sucked. It's been a while.
Everything everybody talked about, you guys have said. Like, what are you talking about?
It's all true, and I just want to let you know I knew the whole time. Bye. What?
That's great.
I put the bomb somewhere in the place.
Yeah, keep being yourself.
It'll detonate at the time. See you. Good luck.
The hell are you talking about?
Let's try this one right here.
What a shitty thing
Hey
to say
guys,
to me.
Dan and Palm Bay. I was going through TikTok and I was just wondering if you guys knew that the Golden Voice bum is now working as a lineman guy at Cat's Auto in Springfield. You can look for him. He's like, hey, I'm the Golden Voice tire guy. And it's you guys should look it up because as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, you guys don't want to see it.
Good story.
No, we're obsessed.
The Golden Voice bum is now.
We're obsessed with the Golden Voice.
It sounds
bum.
like people are using these phone-ins just because they're taking poops and they think of you. And they're like, you know what? You know who will like that? Tom and Dan.
Let me see if I can find him.
Yeah,
Golden Voice Auto guy?
Yeah.
Is he hot? Is he like a hot homeless guy?
No, remember the Golden Voice bum? He was like one of the original influencers. Not even
Would you sleep with
influencer,
a hot
but
homeless person?
Oh, yeah, I would.
Yeah. Would you?
Yeah. Unhoused. I prefer that term.
Unhoused?
No, I don't care.
my only stipulation is, sucking it. Got a mouth?
Oh, I got him. I found him.
A mouth is a mouth.
Come on down. Best prices around ever since 1908. Cat's Tires.
Oh, he looks better than ever. Wow.
That's a man.
What happened to his face?
A man that's happy to have a job.
In the place.
K. A.
Hey.
T.
Oh, man.
Cat's Tires Million.
He's got a hat on.
Hold
on. His hat. Did you see what his hat says? His hat says mutant on it. I'm like, yeah, you look like a mutant.
You know who I'm mad at?
Smokes.
I'm mad at Mr. Cat because he hired the Golden Voice bum.
His name is Katz Marriott.
And then it didn't dawn on him to get a better microphone.
Awful microphone.
The only
Hey, what's up? It's the Golden Voice bum.
The only reason you hired him is because of his golden voice, right?
Hello. It is me, the Golden Voice bum.
And then you had to have looked at the video after and be like, God damn, this is overmodulated.
No, you looked at it and you were like, perfect.
But it sounds like garbage.
Yeah.
You can easily
get him a little hairy, like, clip-on mic.
Cat's Tires.
And then he just points at a sign that says alignments. It doesn't say Cat's Tires. It says alignments, you fucking idiot bum.
Yeah, but that's
got great teeth.
But here's the thing.
And great teeth. His whole face is teeth.
Yeah. Like, we all know he knows nothing about
he looks
tires.
like one of those pecker piranhas.
He does look like a pecker piranha.
I'm never peeing in a lake again because he just swim right up your pecker.
Yeah,
Why-
so he...
Why are you highlighting his voice?
Oh, here's another one. Here's a new one. Oh, this one, he looks even rougher. He's got my look. He's got long hair and a big gray beard.
He's got a giant penis.
Okay, he probably does.
Yeah.
Here.
Hey, I'm Ted Williams, the man with the golden voice, and you know I got a golden tip for you. There's only one tire company right here in Central Ohio that can accommodate your needs with the best of great tires at a reasonable price. Cat's Tires, that's right, #1 when it comes to quality rubber and tires, okay?
I can't hate on a guy
But
for...
let me see.
Yes. Hold on.
Yeah, he's working hard.
I'm not hating on him. It's Mr. Cat. I'm telling you because
Yeah.
you.
I thought he was going to say there's only one tire place in Ohio.
I thought he was going to say there's only one tire.
There's only one tire in Ohio, and it's your turn.
Fight over it.
But you're not even highlighting his golden voice. That's what in the background noise. There's cars driving by.
It should be ASMR.
You can easily go onto your phone and type in how do you make your audio quality sound better on your phone.
I want him opening a pretzel packet. He's like, hey.
Well, it was never about his looks,
Golden
right?
voice.
No,
it was always about his voice. So they're taking it a step too far. He was never the golden, like, good looking. Like right now, it looks raw. He looks terrible.
I don't think it looks terrible.
But he always looks terrible.
pretty rough.
But it's the golden voice bum.
Yeah, it's golden voice.
Just go inside and get a little microphone off Amazon.
And just have him do a voiceover.
And then have him highlight his golden voice.
Let's do a voiceover and you make your butt talk like Ace Ventura.
That'd be funny.
Hi,
It's the golden voiced bum's asshole. It's the golden anus.
You know,
I always want to do a vagina monologues, but it's puppets of vaginas.
I think somebody's already done that.
Really? With puppets?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure somebody's already done that.
See what happens?
do you understand this will bother me all day long?
I know that.
The guy hired the golden voice bum and then has horrible audio.
Right
all his videos.
People do dumb stuff all the time. Here, I can help you out.
Do you have an extra lav mic?
I'll change. I do have extra lav mic.
It's so cheap.
Send him one.
No, he won't use it because he's an idiot.
Yeah, he won't use it.
He hired the golden voice bum and he's not even using it.
He's hired him multiple times and not used it. So it means he doesn't care. It means he doesn't care.
It's working, maybe it's working.
It's not working.
It's not. Only 2 people commented on the post. It was like for 6 months ago. All right, let's. You want to do one more?
One more.
Let's try this one right here. That's a good one.
I was listening to the BDM show, and I heard Tom say that Crystal was going to give him a blowjob if he voted. And I was just wondering if, Tom, could you let Crystal know that I voted? Thank you.
You motherfucker.
Well, first she lied.
Hold on. I didn't play that for that.
You know, because if you just have like an average married person blowjob later on, you can't just say that's for the bet I made 2 months ago. Like, no, this is normal. This is what normal couples do. That I have to be on demand and it has to be at like
sounds hot.
It's gonna be like anywhere I want. It could be like it could be like a drive-through of Sonny's Barbecue or some shit.
Anyway,
he's got some BDE.
Yeah. Anything to plug? Let's plug a BDM Appreciation Week, guys. Are you a BDM? Well, you may not be. Sign up. TomandDan.com/registration. Get you to the love meter.
And you may think you are, but it probably you change your credit card, you let your account lapse, and you're not a BDM more. You have to check at TomandDan.com because we only send the email out, the invites, and only current BDMs are allowed to buy the $5 BDM T-shirt. And so you have to be a active BDM.
Yep.
It's like if you were BDM 2 years ago. Oh, God.
Oh, hey, what'd you have? What'd you have, a big BMT from Subway?
Anything.
I saw you in there. He was eating a spicy Italian from, I saw you.
What was his name?
What'd you have, the big meat trio, right? Or cold cut combo?
Oh, yeah.
You know what?
$5 foot longs. Remember that?
That guy is saying that you guys brought it back. One day it won't come back. Be like, that was enough.
It's all week?
I said enough.
Appreciation week?
Yeah, I mean, like we do like a week of like sending out all the stuff, and then we do a party at the end of the week.
Can I extend an offer?
Yeah.
Can we do a special offer for Bungalow or Buddy keychains to BDMs?
Yeah.
It works. It's a keychain, but it unlocks deals to participating businesses. So we can come up with a promo code. I'll send it to you.
All right.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, that's awesome.
Do you want to come out to our BDM appreciation party?
When is that?
It's April 19th. I know. Last year, I think you were doing a weed event.
You had Yoga High.
Which is taking a hiatus.
We got a whip show. We've got a live band, Silver Linings.
We got Silver Linings band. Love those guys.
We can't. We're only BDM members.
Only BDM.
Yeah, I'll let you
Sanford, though?
Yeah.
I mean,
the same place last year.
They know. I've leaked outside 100 times.
Got a pool.
Okay.
Tank Del shot. Gotcha.
You want me or Brenda? Who do you want to come?
Have you ever done half? Have you ever done the old school 1970s half and half?
Yeah, that's too
or
far.
half as Brenda, and you do you do like the, and then you sing to yourself.
I'm already.
And then my love. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to do the 2-part sing. Man, as a kid when I saw that, I was like, that guy can fuck himself.
Isn't it a pain?
Seriously, it's what I thought.
Isn't it a pain in the ass to like put the makeup on, do all the thing?
Yeah, but it's funny. People treat you differently.
Yeah. So is it like you can be in a character? Because I kind of get the.
Yeah, I'm still myself, but the act of like the wig or whatever, people are just nicer to you when you're in.
No, the personalities is the same.
They laugh harder. Yeah, they touch my tits all the time.
Yeah. Do you have to tell them to, hey, like, come on.
Sometimes some guys will do it and they'll look you in the face.
Oh yeah, those are the closeted. Yeah.
Like they think they're being drunk.
They're
like
squeezing them,
up.
and then they're looking into your eyes like, I'm a cowboy.
Yeah.
I'm conservative and definitely not gay. Oh, this is so good. Right? Is it like that?
Yeah. That's why I can't go.
It's
I can't go to Baghdad.
Good as fuck for them to finally be themselves.
Big daddies. We call it Baghdaddies. I can't go there on the weekend because it's too much. It's too much. Baghdaddies.
Yeah, it goes hard. It can go hard. Yeah, that's a real bar.
And they're not ready. They see Brenda come in. They're like, oh, post-apocalypse.
Why are they nervous? Santa Claus.
I've been preparing for this my whole life.
Oh no! There's a drag queen. Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here, buddy.
All right. So we'll see you on the BDM show on Monday. Daniel's getting his surgery next week on Tuesday. We're preparing for it.
I should be back on Wednesday.
Yeah, we're planning to be back on Wednesday. Limited. We're going to do a little faster show.
I got to be up and down. I got to do ankle pumps. Do your ankle pumps.
Oh, yeah. That's important.
Yeah, so I don't get a clot.
Yeah, no clots for you.
We do have a special coming out on March 21st. We'll tell you about
never been done before.
Yeah, we're looking forward to that. I think everybody's going to like it, and we will see you on Monday.
Bye, guys.
Hey, bye, everybody.
Well, wait a minute. I can't publish that. It's mediocre.
This is all jokes and funny to you, huh? You can take it up with legal. Have a good day.